Serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit khdk.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you. Lightning and the thunder. The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sit-Down Sports, 1140. Your home for Kings talk and so much more.
Live and local.
Allen Stiles on Sacktown Sports.
Wow. I can't even start with the yes, yes, yes. I got to start with the wow. Because we were wowed last night. This team has no quit. This team has heart. This team last night, the last 2 nights, they have reflected what Sacramento is. They have reflected what the state capital is to this state, is to the rest of the country. It is a team that people don't want to believe in. It is a team that people overlook. It is a team that is talented, sometimes struggles with where it fits, but ultimately, they're going to find a way to get it done. Sometimes in life, that's what it's all about, getting it done. I don't want to hear about why this won't work or that won't work. It's very simple. Get it done. It doesn't matter what you're up against. It doesn't matter what the past has been. It doesn't matter what the future holds. But when you step out on that floor, when you put on that Sacramento on your chest, dang it, you better give this city, give your fans something to be proud of. And I got chills last night. I got chills when they stole that ball. And Keegan Murray, oh my goodness, Keegan Murray. Are you serious? It stinks because I keep thinking about what if he never got hurt? What if he never got hurt? But Keegan Murray, when he hits that three-pointer, I felt that. I felt that all throughout the arena, all throughout the city. And it doesn't matter that we know this team has an expiration date. It doesn't matter that this team has a timeline. What matters is that when they come together and when they play with the level of joy, with the level of happiness, we get to see that, and it permeates throughout the city. Good job to the Sacramento Kings. Good job to Doug Christie. Good job to that coaching staff. Good job to Scott Perry, who was in the building. I believe what Scott Perry did was one of the most intelligent things he could have done. Putting his cards on the table, letting everybody know, look, there's no skeletons in my closet. We're not faking it till we make it. This is what it is. And what I saw last night is a team that was just playing freely. Hey, we don't know if somebody's getting traded tomorrow. Let's just enjoy it. You ever seen that clip that says, I wish you knew you were in the good times when you were in them? And for me, I'm getting all these flashbacks of the turkey bowls. You know how Facebook will pull up the memories, all these flashbacks before I tore my Achilles. And I didn't know I was in the good times. I'm just playing with my boys, with my best buds, with my friends. I didn't know I was in the good times. Now at 35, I realize that this team will probably never have another opportunity, and some of them might say, hopefully, but this team will never have another opportunity to play with house money in this way. And that's what we're calling them, by the way. The House Money Kings. We had the Beam team. We had the interim Beam team. And until these trades and everything happens, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the House Money Kings. And this House Money Kings team, they don't give a bleep because they don't have to. Because they don't have expectations. They're not necessarily tanking. They're not contending. They're just waiting. And while we wait, instead of playing, you're in the elevator, instead of playing some boring elevator music, why don't you put on your Apple Music? Why don't you put on your Spotify? Why don't you get it popping up in that elevator while you wait? Everybody jokes about when you are on hold, right? You're on hold with the DMV or the doctor. When they got a good wait song, right? A good song when you're on hold, it makes the wait that much better. I'm in my car. I'm like, man, this kind of slap. What is this? I'm trying to Shazam it while I'm on hold. the wait music as we await the moves that could be made for the Sacramento Kings. The wait music was beautiful last night. Last week, it was terrible. It was the most bland, not appealing music you've ever heard. But last night, oh yeah, they had some bangers. Whatever bangers you think they might have. I know a lot of times it's that unlicensed music, but some of them things be slapping. And that's what the Kings did last night. While we wait, this is what we got for you. We understand what it is, but you know what? It ain't about that. Scott Perry told us the deal. Kings fans know what it is. Do you think any Kings fans in that building last night, do you think anybody in there was thinking about tanking? Do you think anybody in there was thinking about tanking? I've said this time and time again. It's okay to enjoy things. It's okay to be upset about all the bleep ups that the Kings have made, but on that night, enjoy a win. It's okay. I promise you. You're not any less of a fan. There are macrocosms and there are microcosms. There is the big picture and sometimes there are smaller pictures. It's a holiday week. This story comes out. Most of us have short weeks. Thank you to our first responders and those out there that do not have short weeks. But most of us have short weeks. And we got to enjoy the Sacramento Kings playing good basketball. That's it. That end of story. That's it. We don't have to sit here and pretend that they're going to do anything of note. We don't have to sit here and pretend like I can't be happy because they're not really contending. Yeah, but the difference is now they're not trying to tell us that they are. Scott Perry went out there and he laid it all out on the table. And that's what they did. An outstanding effort. And I understand when we joke about A.J. DeBanza, when we joke about Cam Boozer, when we joke about Darren Peterson, I understand what the future holds. What I'm telling you is that last night, it did not matter. Everybody in there, I had a buddy, we used to work together at the tech company I always talk about. He moved to Sacramento, took a new job. He texted me. He said, Al, I'm in the building. He's got his kiddos there. He texted me, Al, I'm in the building. And we were talking briefly about the team and where this thing is going. And he had no clue. We were going back and forth talking about how bad the Kings are. He's there with his son, talking about how bad the Kings are. He's been a lifelong Kings fan from Sacramento. He was in the Bay working with me, got a chance to move back, and I'm really happy for him. He's doing his thing. And I went home, and as the Kings started to win and started to figure it out and refuse to quit. You know who I thought about? I thought about my buddy. I thought about my old coworker who was in that building with his son. And last week, we joked about that commercial with the dad and his daughter. We joked about it because that's what I do. If it's something to be joked about, I'm a joke. But last night, my buddy was actually living that commercial, literally. So it's okay. And over the course of the next 4 hours, yeah, we're going to talk about how the Kings got to figure this thing out and how there is a level of, well, you don't want to be too good, right? You don't want to do that. The Maverick situation, it's not the best example of putting yourself in a good position to get the first overall pick. Now, they did, but typically it doesn't happen like that. I know the flattened odds, things like that. So we'll have those conversations. Zack LaVine getting paid $40 million and not closing. We'll have those conversations. Dennis Schroeder. We'll have all those conversations. But don't think for 1 second that you should feel guilty in any way, shape, or form for enjoying a win. And I go on social media, and it's all about the T-Wolves. It's all about what a bad loss for Kenny Beecham. What a bad loss for the T-Wolves. And, you know, a lot of Kings fans found that post and said, how about good win for the Kings? How about who cares? Who cares how people want to frame it? Sure, it was a bad loss for the T-Wolves. I don't give a bleep. You think anybody in that arena gave a bleep? No. You think Keegan gave a bleep? No. Career high rebounds, by the way. We told you he's coming. We tried to tell you. And all those Keegan haters, I don't want these phone lines to go quiet today. All you Keegan hater texters, I don't want you to go quiet today. Today's your day. Stand on business. As the kids say, stand on business. But last night was about putting yourself in a good position and saying, you know what? Bleep it. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give it everything I got. And if it ain't good enough, if the Kings hadn't won last night, yeah, it wouldn't have been as fun. People wouldn't have got their selfies with the beam. Yeah, they wouldn't have had that. But you know what? We all would have applauded the effort. You know why? And it's not about moral victories, because it doesn't matter. Victories, moral victories, it doesn't matter anymore, because we know what this team is. We know what the plan is. Scott Perry told us. He said, you know what? This value thing, I don't know how much is changing. Domas ain't playing. DeMar is DeMar. A great game from DeMar, by the way. Zack LaVine, 7 points last night?
Sat down the stretch again.
This is not about value at this point. This is about the health of the fan base. That's how I took it from Scott Perry. This is about the health of the fan base, and this is about letting the basketball world know we know what we're doing. I know what I'm doing, Scott Perry. I don't care about what happened in the past, right? We say it all the time. The new CEO comes in, the new boss comes in, and the person that's been at the company for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. Well, it didn't work last time when we tried this. Well, I don't know if that's going to work. We can't do that. And the new boss is saying, yeah, but I wasn't here. And thank you for letting me know. Because if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. I understand that. But there's a new sheriff in town. And until Scott Perry, and he hasn't been perfect. We talked about the Schroeder thing last night. Schroeder and Monk. Now, Monk is closing, and yeah, he's making 18 mil, but Schroeder and Monk, we talked about both of them. So he hasn't been perfect, but these are also the fringe moves. We haven't seen Scott Perry really get his hands in there and knead the dough. We haven't seen him do that quite yet. But while we wait, what was that? I think it was a Lil Wayne mixtape. Sorry for the wait. And I think it was a mixtape he put out between the Carters, if I'm not mistaken. And then there was Sorry for the Wait 1. I think there was Sorry for the Wait 2. And that's what this team showed last night. They were the Sorry for the Wait Lil Wayne mixtape kings. That's what they were. The house money kings. One thing we will do, and one thing that Doug Christie is trying to instill, I do not care if you plan on getting traded. I do not care if you plan on opting out. I don't care if you want to be here. I don't care if you don't want to be here. But if you are getting on that court with that Sacramento Kings jersey on, you are going to play with a level of effort. And you know what? Maybe it had to get this bad to get where we're going. Maybe they had to hit rock bottom. And we'll see what happens against this Suns team. And that's going to be a great game. The Suns are playing extremely well. But that Grizzlies game, because they all got social media. I know they, you protect your chickens just like Marshawn said, but they all get on social media. They know what's going on. They know how they're being talked about. They all do. And you know what? They probably felt more so bad for Doug than themselves. We making Doug look crazy out here. So maybe that was rock bottom. And no, I'm not talking about this team competing or they got to compete, contending or anything like that. But the level of effort to respect yourself as basketball players, to respect your craft, to respect all the hard work that you put in, and to respect the fans, to respect the organization that pays you handsomely, to respect the fans that help in that way as well. That is what you're playing for outside of anything else. Timeline, tanking, anything else. You're playing for all of that. And last night it felt like the Kings got it. I don't know how long it'll last. And that's the thing. It ain't about the winning streak. It's not about it. It's about effort. And maybe some of that is scheme. Maybe they're not trying any harder. Maybe Keegan Murray is just that good. Keegan Murray last night guarded Ant, guarded Julius Randle. Anybody could get it with Keegan Murray, defensively and offensively. Maybe that's part of it too. Don't make me go pie chart in the first segment. I don't go pie chart in the first segment.
No, first segment is reserved for deciding effort levels.
That's right. And last night, the level of effort that the Kings put forth, win or lose, I know it's easy to say after a win, but this is what we want, and this is what we expect. I do not care if the team isn't going anywhere. I don't. You cannot go out there and embarrass yourself. And I think they felt embarrassed. I do. I think that Grizzlies game actually embarrassed them.
Why? Because then everyone said they have no heart and they don't deserve to exist?
Pretty much.
Do we have any regrets for how that Friday show went?
No.
Okay.
No. I think it probably helped. I hope they were listening.
It seems like coming back around, 4 days later after everyone declared this team has no heart and no purpose and they don't deserve to exist. I feel like we're kind of making the flip back around, and I feel like we could have just skipped that first step.
That's your opinion, Kyle. And nobody said they shouldn't exist. You're making that up.
It sure felt like it. Like the hostility towards them after the Grizzlies game.
Kyle,
was
I'm not
intense.
going backwards today, buddy. Okay?
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, yes, they deserve all the praises for the comeback win, 10 points in the final 3 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
It just comes after everyone already wrote them off and said they were just bums.
But this is what we've seen before, though. In my opinion, and I don't want to get off topic here, but in my opinion, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom, right? We come from different generations, right? And even if we didn't, things are different based on how you are raised, right? I don't know how everybody is raised. All I know is that certain guys you can coddle. Certain guys you cannot coddle. And I don't know which guys on the team need to be coddled, which guys don't. All I know is Doug is continuing to figure out who needs to be coached in what way. But where I come from, there is no coddling. You got to call a spade a spade. And they were trash cans. And now they're not. And it's all about a level of effort. It ain't the losing streak. Look, tanking teams, you can have 9, 10-game losing streaks, and people will still say, hey, it was fun to watch at least, but it was a level of effort. And I don't think they would have got there if they did not hit that rock bottom. And I don't think they would have got there if they didn't feel a level of embarrassment. So that's how I feel about it, personally. Brendan Nunez will join us at 12 o'clock. And Brendan and I are going to discuss this Zack LaVine thing in particular, because I don't know where they go after this. I don't know. Now, he's still got, 30-something minutes? He still played a little under 32 minutes. And, when you're winning, it's different. When Zack LaVine wasn't closing and they were losing, that looks bad. And it's not going to be every game. I mean, Malik was on a heater. Malik took the second most shots barely. Keegan took 19. Love to see that. Malik took 18. Okay? He had 22 points. And he went off. So Zack LaVine didn't close, but I don't think it's necessarily a matter of you're not closing anymore. There's just a hot hand spot. And Zack LaVine has not had the hot hand in what feels like 2 weeks. But there's a hot hand spot. And Malik got that hot hand last night. Normally, that team loses that game. Anthony Edwards for 43. Dante with 17. That's crazy. Julius Randle, they actually kept him at bay a little bit with 17. And Naz Reid normally kills the Kings. But normally they lose that game. But they did it on the defensive end. By the way, can we put our hands together for Precious Achiuwa? 34 minutes, 10 points. He had a game high plus 19, 5 of 8 from the field, all right? 8 rebounds, and the game-sealing steal. The game-sealing steal. And a lot of us have not really known what to do with Precious Achiuwa. He's on the squad now. They're doing their thing. They were losing games. He's just kind of out there. But last night, Precious Achiuwa got that steal, and he gave out one of our favorites, that primal scream. This dude, only 26 years old. I don't know that he ever thought he'd be out of the league, but he was not on a team, which means that you are closer to out of the league than in the league. And last night, I could see it in his face. That was about the Kings winning. That was about they already ended the losing streak, but winning 2 in a row and beating the Timberwolves. That was about the fans. It was about that. But that was also about Precious Achiuwa trying to show the rest of the league that they done messed up. And I'm not sitting here and saying Precious Achiuwa is going to be an all-star or anything like that. But to some level, nobody thought I was good enough to be on a squad. And here I am, shutting down one of your golden boys in Anthony Edwards and his squad.
And closing for the Kings.
And closing in a W. So everybody kind of had agendas, but in a good way. Not negative agendas. Not I'm focused on myself agendas. There were agendas that also paralleled the team. And I cannot give them enough praise. I'm hard on them when they're bad. Maybe too hard on them at times. Who knows? Depends on who you ask. But when they play well and when they show us a level of effort that is worthy of your hard-earned dollars, your blood, sweat, and tears, when you got to hit that alarm clock at 4 a.m. because you want to pay to go to see the Sacramento Kings because your kid wants that jersey, and you got to hit that alarm clock, and you don't want to. There's crust in your eye. You're tired. Your eyelids are burning. And they're playing for people like you. They're playing for the people that commit their hard-earned cash and their hard-earned time, their free time to you. They're playing for you, and they finally did it last night. They did it the game before as well, but last night felt different. Nuggets back-to-back, no AG, no Brown. All right, here we go. Now we got to face the Timberwolves team. They've already beat us twice this season. Ant's going to go off. Well, he did. But we had something for him, and that something was Keegan Murray, and that something was a level of effort that we haven't seen from this Kings team all season long. I can't wait for the next, 3 hours and 30 minutes of this show. It's going to be a good one. I told y'all, Brock Purdy is dealing with multiple personalities. Brock Star versus Mr. Irrelevant, and he is dang lucky that Bryce Young is terrible because Brock Star took over last night. 3 picks? Really? Let's talk about it all. On the other side, let's go box score watching. Allen Stiles, Stockton Sports.
This Sponsor the Clock is brought to you by Light the World Giving Machine.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, stepping outside and still seeing some overcast skies. I do expect for the Central Valley, the fog is really not going to mix out that much today. So it'll keep temperatures mid-50s for the afternoon and more fog expected as we head into Wednesday with likely more dense fog around first thing in the morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Winning 1K is easy. Just turn the key for a G. Take a test drive at any dealership at the Roseville Auto Mall to be entered to win. The Roseville Auto Mall is giving away $1,000 every day through December 19th. Turn the key, take the drive, and win a G. Only at the Roseville Auto Mall.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, Proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, I'm Steffi. You may know me from your social feed. I go big for the holidays, so I'm going to Famous Footwear because the best gifts are giving famous. My friends and family are gonna love all these styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, New Balance, Skechers, and more. With over 800 stores, you're never far from the perfect gift. So make your list and make it famous. Come in today for buy one pair, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Listen to the 49ers Red Zone Report daily, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now for the last 2 years, I've been sharing the great experience I've had being a customer of Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the sales department to the service department, they're top notch. And now is the perfect time for you to have the MB of Stockton experience. The Mercedes-Benz holiday celebration is on, and that means you can get super low rates on new and certified pre-owned models. Plus, they'll throw in 3 years of prepaid maintenance on select models. They make it easy and affordable for you to drive away in the car of your dreams. And if you have a trade-in, well, they're looking for all vehicles to purchase. Any makes, any models, just holler at my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is the gift that keeps on giving. So take the short drive down I-5 and visit my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And while you're there, tell them Drape sent you.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Kings have got to generate offense here. Here's Keegan driving, up fake on 1 foot, up fake again. Now he launches, he scores! It was like the third attempt, and that'll lead to a Chris Finch timeout.
Allen Stiles. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Taking you up to 2 p.m., we will be joined by Brendan Nunez. That's at 12, okay? And Chris Watkins is hopefully going to join us at some point, I think 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Thank you. Man, oh man. And you know what? I saw a text that I'm just going to get to just for fun. But like I said, we don't police fandom. We do not. But this is from the 530. Dude acting like we're not 5-13 and tanking. 1-2 straight for the first time in 59 games. And dude wants to pop bottles. Well, dude says, I can't even keep a straight face. Well, dude says you can fan how you want to fan. And dude says it's okay to enjoy a win. And dude says that we still understand what the larger plan is with the Sacramento Kings. That's why dude can enjoy this win. So it's okay, 530. Dude ain't unrealistic. That's how I read stuff. I read people's voices differently in my mind when I'm reading these text messages. So that's how I'm reading it. Dude acting like we're not 5-13. I'm very aware that the Kings are 5-13. But like I said,
wait, they are?
I'm going to enjoy it. You don't have to. I don't care. It's your life. But I'm going to. Well, dude says 916-339-1140. Dude says, what does this dude Jacob have to say? What's up, Jacob? What you got for us?
What's going on, Alan? How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Enjoying myself. What you got?
Good, man. I got a little bit of a conspiracy theory about Keegan Murray. I'm wondering if, with the news of Scott Perry and what we've heard about basically the whole team, quote unquote, like being for sale, I'm wondering if Keegan is playing a lot looser and more aggressive this year, and if that thumb injury might have been a blessing in disguise because he comes back. The Kings are 3-13. He looks like he has nothing to lose out there. It looks like he's so much more loose and aggressive this year. I'm wondering what you think of that, if that plays any factor.
Thanks for the call, Jacob. And I don't even think that's a conspiracy theory. I think that's fact, right? If Keegan, as much as we had said that now maybe Keegan would have already been like this, right, to start the season, regardless of the fact that he would have been there and they would have been 0-0 and they would have been at least trying to make the playoffs and things like that. So I understand what Jacob is saying, but I do think there would have been a level of, all right, well, it's still Zack LaVine and it's DeMar DeRozan, so I kind of have to make sure that I keep them well-fed, right? And I'm the third option, and it is what it is. Keegan told us that he wasn't going to act like that. That's what he told us in the media day and things like that. Keegan told us that, but yeah, I don't know if it would have been that simple once the season started. To Jacob's point, Keegan coming in at 3-13. Scott Perry just said what he said. Yeah, I mean, everybody understands what it is. There would have been some confusion at the beginning of the season. I think Keegan coming in with them being at the, they were with 3 wins, and now as they have 5, with Keegan coming in and with Scott Perry saying what he said, yeah, I think it was pretty clear that they were moving forward with Keegan Murray. I still am not sure where Domantas Sabonis fits into all this, but yeah, I think this is the most free that Keegan has ever felt. I think it's the most runway that Keegan has ever gotten. DeMar DeRozan, who, look, I don't know. It feels like DeMar DeRozan for the rest of his time here, that's going to be his role, right? Keegan is not necessarily a closer yet, but I think it's going to turn into, hey, Keegan should be taking the most shots. If it's a close game in the fourth, DeMar, go do your thing. That's what it feels like this is going to be, which again, how does Zack LaVine fit into this? I don't think they care about, by the way, I think they're telling us they do not care about Zack LaVine's money. I think that Scott Perry might even be looking at it like, I didn't give Zack LaVine that money. So yeah, it counts against our cap and we're paying him that money, but it's not a decision that I made. So Doug, do what you need to do. And we're assessing everything. So I don't think there's any commitment to Zack LaVine. And if you're asking me, who do they care more about getting? Keegan had the most shots, 19. Keegan had 19, Zack LaVine had 10. If you ask them, hey, who do you want to have the most shots per game moving forward? Keegan or 40 whatever $1 million Zack LaVine? I think they're telling us it would be Keegan Murray. We do not necessarily care that Zack is getting. We don't need Zack to, we know it's a bad contract. We know it's a bad contract. It is what it is. We're already sitting. Malik Monk don't start. Dennis Schroeder don't start. We want to compete and we want to win games. And Zack LaVine isn't part of my long-term goal anyway. So I don't care because Keegan is. So it would be nice if Zack LaVine would give us more than 7 points, but I don't want Zack LaVine taking more shots than Keegan Murray, to be completely honest with you.
Right, but the conversation with Zack right now isn't about Zack versus Keegan. I think most people would agree Keegan's more important to their long-term development. Right now, it's Zack versus Malik.
Yeah.
And Malik is closing games. And
Malik is just more aggressive.
But also his playing style complements what they have right now, right? Because it's Westbrook's going to be ball dominant. Malik's going to catch on the wing and handle the ball a little bit. You got DeRozan going into the office. You got Keegan being a primary facilitator from the wing. Like, they've just decided Malik fits, and by the way, Malik's a little bit better on defense. So Malik kind of fits what they're doing right now better than Zack down the stretch. That lineup of Westbrook, Monk, Keegan, DeRozan, and insert big man here seems to be working wonders.
Yeah. And let's start with Zack LaVine. Basically 32 minutes. He made 3 shots. He took 10. He took 6 threes. He made 1. He had 7 points. Okay. DeMar DeRozan, 31 minutes. Somehow, 31 minutes in an overtime game. That's pretty good. 9 of 16 from the field, 33 points. Keegan Murray, 44 minutes, a game high by far. Says 44 minutes, 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. He had a did they take away a rebound?
They did, yes. So I think that tied his career high.
I hate when they do that.
Also, I wouldn't read too much into the rebounding thing because, they had nobody who could rebound.
But Keegan was a good Keegan's been a good rebounder, though.
Right, but without Sabonis, they were already one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. You take away Sabonis, it's just anyone who wants a rebound can get it.
Well, no, I wouldn't. I am reading into. I don't expect Keegan to average double-digit rebounds, but he might average double-digit rebounds without Sabonis.
Sure, but double-digit rebounds on a night where DeRozan had 0.
Yeah.
Eubanks had 2.
But what's your deal, Kyle? What's your deal?
Oh, I'm saying the Keegan thing, read into the aggressiveness. The rebounding thing, they still suck at rebounding.
No, Kyle, I'm telling you, last season, Keegan could only defend and rebound. He couldn't shoot. But I'm telling you, he could rebound.
We've been through the numbers. He was better with Doug. 39%.
I'm talking about, we're talking about rebounding.
Yeah,
we're not talking about shooting.
He's always been a good rebounder. He's just rebounding like this because Sabonis isn't playing. Sabonis would have stolen 7 of those rebounds.
But what is your point?
I'm just saying, the rebounding thing is not the biggest takeaway. That's all I was saying.
14
come on, Allen. I'm a Keegan guy.
He ties his career high. That's all I know. I don't give a bleep about anything else. 26 points, 14 rebounds, even sprinkled in 2 assists and a block shot. All right. And he had a steal. Drew Eubanks, 13 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field. He had 2 rebounds. Yeah, they basically opted for Precious and just
says
we can't go with you, Drew.
And Maxime.
Yeah, and Maxime. We can't go with you, Drew.
By the way, Maxime's good. Just got to stop fouling.
We already talked about Zack LaVine. Russell Westbrook, 28 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 11. He had 7 rebounds. He had 4 turnovers. I think he had 3 of those turnovers in the first quarter, possibly, because I think that's what Brendan told me. I was sitting next to him. 2 steals, 7 assists. Precious Achiuwa, 34 minutes, 10 points. He's still taking that 1-3. He's got to take it. Just take it at this point. Who cares?
Says
8 rebounds, 1 block shot, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. Dennis Schroeder, 24 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 8. 9 assists, though, so good for Dennis there. And he had 5. Dennis had 5 rebounds. So there you go. There you go, Kyle. He was fighting with Dennis for rebounds. Maxime Reynaud, 13, nearly 14 minutes, 1 single point. And it was a glorious point. He had 2 rebounds as well. And he's just doing the dirty work right now. This ain't Stanford no more, brother. This ain't Stanford. We need you. They are putting him through the grinder right now. Okay? Malik Monk, 26 minutes. He was 9 of 18, 2 of 7, had a huge second half. He had 22 points. Nick Clifford, 11 minutes. And that is the missing piece. Let's stop there as we get to the other side. At what point are we going to say, all right, this is cool, this is fun, there's a beam, but these young guys, they need to get time. Let's start there, and we got some Christie's cuts as well. Allen Stiles, Sacktown Sports.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Savor card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Savor card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Savor card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacies, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hobbelt of Hobbelt Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's happening for the Black Friday sales event?
We have the best savings yet on new 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, starting at only $34,995 with up to $12,500 off MSRP, or save thousands with $5,250 off MSRP and 0% financing for 72 months.
And did I hear you got the Hemi back?
Yep, we have 450 new Rams available, including the 5.7-liter Hemi, and we have 40 Hemis in stock. Plus, with our award-winning customer service, you won't find a better combination of selection, service, and savings than at Hobbelt Dodge.
Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hobblet, period.
$12,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 after $7,250 factory rebates and $5,250 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash, $500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. $34,995 net price after rebates. VIN number 170493. 0% financing for well-qualified buyers on approved credit through Stellantis Financial. Must have 720 plus FICO score. $13.89 per thousand borrowed. See dealer for details.
Kings Black Friday deals are here. Cheer on the Sacramento Kings with slam dunk deals this holiday season. Save up to 40% on Kings tickets. Plus, shop buy one, get one 60% off merch deals online and at the Kings team store. Elevate your game day with 20% off experiences on the Kings home court. And don't miss out on savings for kids club kits and junior Kings clinics for your little Kings fans. Check out all the limited time offers for tickets, gear, experiences, and more at kings.com/Black Friday.
This holiday season, create a fun and joy-filled memory for you and your loved ones. Come light the world and help others in need through the Giving Machine, November 17th through December 8th at the Galleria Mall in Roseville, and in Modesto at Valley Fair Mall, November 21st through December 12th. Choose local charities in your community or global charities worldwide. Feel the joy of Christmas. Go to GivingMachineGreaterSacramentoModesto.org.
It's Black Friday sale time at Big O Tires. Get the tires you want for less. Michelin, BF Goodrich, Pirelli, and more. Plus, buy 3, get 1 free on Big O branded tires. Hurry, sale ends December 7th. Installation required. Disposal fees extra. Not good with other offers. See Big O dealer for details.
Allen Stiles. Watch the show on youtube.com/SacktownSports1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Taking you up to 2 p.m. We're going to it's been a while since we've done a Christie's Cuts.
Why do you think that is?
Well,
because I'm tired of hearing Doug's voice after losses.
No, but I do think Doug, when we discuss this, he's refreshed his voice a little bit. And it all happened Memphis Grizzlies night because, and I don't, Well, I'm just trying to figure this out. Dude says, I'm just trying to figure this out here. Basically, let's just say this. If you listen to the morning show, Sam Amick has said time and time again that how Doug was going about it, the kind of slamming his fists and the idea of the pride and this is embarrassing and all this stuff. And Sam basically said, hey, this is a long season and clearly this isn't resonating with guys that don't really have a connection. This is more so me saying it. That don't really have a connection to the city like that. Maybe you got to change your approach. Let's just say I had a conversation last week, and that conversation basically highlighted that there may have been some things brought up to Doug that said, hey, couple different reasons for you to not react like that. Number one, anymore, not as often, right? Number one, everybody understands what this is. And maybe Doug needed to have a conversation and say, hey, we understand that you're in a tough spot, right? We understand that this team is not complete. And this is what Scott Perry has said, but just saying it on a larger scale, we haven't really heard anything since the season started. And number two, Scott Perry coming out it kind of got buried, but coming out as he was talking to Sam Amick and Jason Anderson of the Sacramento Bee asked Doug about it yesterday when he said, hey, what is the thought process that you have now that Scott Perry has come out and said that we are, we believe that Doug is a part of our future and things of that nature. And Doug said it's huge, it's everything. He's never said anything differently to me though, but I'm glad that he said it to you guys and that you guys now know. So I think all that stuff coming out, and maybe who knows how often Doug and Scott Perry talk about that specifically, but long story short, it feels like there was a decision. Yeah, that's how I'll say it. It feels like there was an organizational decision to change the voice after bad losses. That's how I'll say it. Feels like there was an organizational shift into how Doug should be approaching bad losses. And those Christie's Cuts since then, starting the night they lost by 8,000 to Memphis, that's when we started to see a Doug that was trying to look for the positive, understand, hey, this is a process. This is not by any means a finished product. But to that end, when they added Dennis Schroeder, when they added Russell Westbrook, we never heard anything from Scott Perry before yesterday. It was, we think this team is trying to win. We think, because they keep adding, and they added Precious Achiuwa, so we think this team is trying to win, but things being out in the open, there's really no reason. Doug can still be upset about effort level, but Doug ain't really coaching. That's why I want to get into these numbers and these minutes, because the winning is cool, but Doug's not really, and I don't know if it's on him or not. Scott Perry said play who you want, but I know Doug still doesn't want to lose games, so it's a conundrum for Doug. But at what point, I mean, we're still looking at Neek with 11 minutes. He played 3 more than Rob Dillingham. That's when you know that there is a problem because that brother don't ever get on the court, and Keon played 5. He played less than Rob Dillingham.
I don't even remember seeing Keon.
It was early.
Yeah.
I think it was second quarter or something like that.
I mean, I barely remember him being on the floor.
But before we get to all that, that's why we got 4 hours. And somebody came up to me, somebody else in the media, and they said, man, 4 hours a day, huh? And I said, yeah, it doesn't really feel like it. It really doesn't feel like it. And I'm not gassing y'all up and I'm not doing the thing, but it doesn't. It really doesn't.
You know why? Because we're having fun.
That's right.
That's what it is. Damn it.
Even when the Kings stink. But they didn't stink last night, and that's what we love to see. All right, Kyle, let's hear from Doug Christie in a very refreshed version of Christie's Cuts.
It says so much about the people of Sacramento, man. I love them dearly. I think that our team will begin to understand who they are. They come and they bring it all the time. And what they ask for is that you pour your heart out on the court, and that's not too much to ask for. And for our guys to play like that, it makes you happy and excited to see our fans be able to get that vibe. It's a good vibe. Yeah, I think that Keegan he's a special player, man. I mean, because when you have the ability to do so many different things and affect the game in so many different ways, like scratch the 26 points, that kid went and got 15 rebounds, and he guarded the best player in the post and on the perimeter. So he guarded their big man, and he guarded their guard. Like, what are you going to do? Then he knocks down big shots. Just really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Super proud of and for him because he's put in work. He has the hand. He gets it handled, stays in shape, stays locked in, and comes back and contributes. And he does it in a spectacular way that is very Keegan-esque. We saw it in Denver, and I said defense creates offense, and there's a magic in there. I know everybody doesn't, defense isn't sexy and all these different things, but defense means that you're saying no, and we're gonna stand our ground, and that's tough because everyone got to be on the same page. That means whatever the coverages are, and then when it breaks down, everybody got to be willing to scramble and give second and third efforts. That's a high level. So for me to watch them do that is super exciting. It's there, but to see it consistently, that's the sign that you're looking for, and you keep building on it day by day.
Just great stuff. Great stuff from Doug Christie. And it's been a while since we've had a Christie's Cuts. And if it sounds like we're doing some front running, that's because we are. If it sounds like we're doing some fair weather fanning, that's because we are. And it ain't fair weather fanning. We got to a point where we played the Doug sound. We did the same thing with Mike Brown. And we would see comments, text line, on the chat. We don't want to hear it anymore. It's the same thing. So Christie's Cuts for us has become more nuanced to where if Doug is saying some things that we think are of note, then we'll let you know and we'll play it for you because not everybody gets to hear it. But if you're in the middle of a 9-game losing streak, what the hell? Sorry, Mom. What the hell else are you gonna say? Right? I mean, we heard everything. We don't know what Doug says after wins because they barely win. So we got to play Christie's Cuts when they win because we don't know what he's going to say. We don't
might
know.
only get 15 of these.
We got to play them when they win. The beam going to come out, hopefully more than 20 times, please. On the other side, all right, let's deep dive Keegan Murray. DeMar DeRozan says, hey, you are the captain now. You are the captain now. Keegan Murray, it's your team now. You got the juice for all those out there that remember that movie. You got the juice now, Keegan. Let's talk about it on the other side. Allen Stiles, Stockton Sports.
This is the story of the one.
As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
No payments for 90 days at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. That's right, no payments until February 2026 on every new Ram, Jeep Wrangler, Gladiator, even the Pacifica. No payments for 90 days on every new vehicle in stock at the guaranteed lowest price. You can check out their full lineup at sacsuperstore.com or stop on by. They're centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's the place where a handshake still means something. And right now, no payments for 90 days on every new vehicle in stock.
The mildest summer in 30 years has left AC makers with overstock and far below their sales targets. Your chance for huge savings. Sierra Pacific's partnership with top manufacturers mean exclusive discounts to clear inventory fast. Get premium systems installed flawlessly by friendly pros with ironclad warranties and great discounts with SMUD rebates. Plus, HVAC's tax credits expire December 31st. Call for your complimentary proposal. Visit SierraPacificHome.com.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Westbrook, right angle, deep three-point range. Shovels a pass cross court, deflected, stolen by McDowell. Then Westbrook steals it back. He throws to Keegan. Nobody near him. Shoots for three. He's got the triple. Keegan Murray has 26. The Kings lead at 110-107. We're inside 2 minutes to go in an overtime nail-biter.
Live and local.
It's Allen Stiles
on Sacktown Sports.
From the 925, don't get it twisted. If the roles were reversed yesterday, you would be talking about how we tricked that game off. I don't want to watch the young guys watching DeRozan. Well, I still agree with you on the second part of what you said. I think the young guys do still to be playing more. What's the theme of this show? Compartmentalize. I enjoyed the win last night. I don't enjoy Nick Clifford playing 9 minutes or 11 minutes. I don't enjoy Keon playing 5 minutes. I don't enjoy that, but I enjoyed the win. To your first point, if the roles were reversed, you'd be talking about how they tricked that game off. Tricked that game off. They were down. They went on a 10-0 run with 3 minutes left in the game. There's no. Do I need to explain Do I need to explain the definition of a trick off?
I think he's saying if the Kings were up 10 and they had blown the lead.
Well, sure, okay,
yeah,
but they weren't. What?
I say.
What are we doing?
If the roles were reversed, you'd be talking about how he tricked the game off. Well, yeah, because they would have.
Because they would have tricked said game off, but they were down. Man, if the Kings, if the Kings, don't get it twisted, if the Kings had beat the Grizzlies by 44, you would have said they're nasty. I would have.
If the Kings had, I'm just checking again, a 97.7% win probability with 3 minutes left in the game and lost.
That is the definition of a trick off.
Yeah.
Which feels like what they normally do. Feels like what they did against the Thunder earlier this season and feels like what they normally do against the Nuggets.
I don't know about 97%, but the funny thing is I can just name off the top of my head at least 4 games in the last 2 years that they have tricked off like that.
They have, but I don't know what that has to do with last night.
There was one Nuggets game last year, the one where DeRozan bobbled it at the end. That was probably like a 97%.
That's right. I told you that was they always do it against the Nuggets.
That was the one I remember. The Lillard buzzer beater, the Suns one where they were up 20 points.
I call the Lillard buzzer beater the Malik tweet one because that's when he ran to Twitter and said, "My bad," because he missed the free throws. So the Malik Twitter game as well.
I just realized.
Did you say the Suns game with Grayson Allen? Well, the Grayson Allen game?
No, this is the funny thing. I said the Suns game where they blew a 20-point lead, and the funny thing is there's multiple games I could be referencing where they blew a 20-point lead in the second half against the Suns.
But not today, 925. So you're right. You're right, but they
Technically.
didn't. Yeah, but they didn't. So there we go. All right, Keegan Murray time, and all I wanted.
What's up, Sacramento?
All I wanted was to see my guy get some shots up. 19 shots for Keegan Murray is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And he gets an opportunity to do what a lot of these young guys are doing. Jalen Johnson is getting that opportunity with Trey out. Trey Murphy, Ben had that opportunity because the Pelicans are the Pelicans.
I saw somewhere people were saying Jalen Johnson's going to make the Olympic team in 2028.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are taking leaps together. Denny Avdia, we've talked about Denny Avdia. I wanted Keegan to be put in a situation like this, and he finally is going to be put in a situation like this. Let's hear from Keegan, and let's hear from his teammates. Kyle, first, let's hear from Keegan and what he said about being aggressive here.
I think I just had a really good offseason. I got away from Sacramento a little bit. I feel like I just kind of unlocked a different mindset going into this year, and obviously I couldn't really start the season. Obviously, I missed a month to start, and for me, it's just kind of finding my rhythm back. And each game, I'm getting more comfortable on the court. So aggression is not really an issue for me this year.
You know, losing De'Aaron Fox, it's been different with Domantas Sabonis because he came over a little bit older. But losing De'Aaron Fox, that was one of the great stories where you see somebody grow up on your team, right? The same way Zack LaVine said he was able to do it with the Bulls. But I do think that is a really important part of fandom and connecting with people. And Malik Monk, he just had his I believe his first kiddo. I'm not sure, but he just had a kiddo. So we're starting to see Malik Monk, but he's a little older anyway. De'Aaron Fox was really the guy that we saw come up, grow his family out here in Sacramento. And that is a huge part of fandom, especially with these draft picks. And now we're seeing with Keegan Murray. And as a lot of people are still upset that they moved on from De'Aaron Fox, we are not going to get to see it with Tyrese Halliburton, who is also engaged now. So congrats to them. But we're starting to see, he might even be married yet. I'm not sure, but I know he's engaged at the very least.
No, they did that whole engagement on the court.
That's what I'm saying.
Where he had the scooter.
Yeah. So Keegan Murray is starting to grow up, and Kings fans are getting to watch that. And I'm going to tell you something else, man. When you a husband, right, you got to come correct. There is a different level of, hey, I got somebody, no kids yet, but I got somebody dependent on me. You know what I mean? I got a whole wife now. Your mindset changes. And you have somebody that has been by your side, and that's what Keegan Murray has. And it's just a level of the maturation process. And that's what we're seeing with Keegan Murray. He's growing up right in front of our eyes. And I think it's just really cool to see. And I know his pops, who we had on the show.
You gotta stop, dude.
What? I'm just letting people. Kyle, there are new people listening every day.
You cannot go 5 minutes talking about Keegan Murray without mentioning.
Now I'm doing it for you.
Yeah, okay. If this goes on long enough, I would be willing to make a compromise with you. If you stop mentioning Keegan Murray,
you better hope if Keegan don't stop playing like this, I will never stop mentioning it.
I will compromise if you stop mentioning Keegan Murray.
I'll stop playing that song.
No, not that. I will stop playing the Sean Cunningham drop you hate.
Here's Sean Cunningham.
I hate this.
I don't know.
So much. No
deal.
I'm not giving that. No deal. Come back to the table. I'm not doing it. But Keegan Murray, watching him grow up, watching him become even more of a man than he already is, right? A young man to kind of a grown-up man, and understanding not just in his personal life, but also on the basketball court. There's no De'Aaron Fox, right? DeMar DeRozan has said, this is your team now, and we're about to play that sound. Zack LaVine, we all know that it's not going to be Zack LaVine's team. Domantas Sabonis is kind of in limbo right now, and he's not playing.
We'll reevaluate that in February.
Yeah, so this is Keegan's team, and I think to the caller's point, it was Jacob earlier, this is maybe not how they exactly drew it up, but I think Scott Perry's plan was always for Keegan to be higher on the totem pole as far as the priority list and as far as shots go. And he said as much during the summer. He said our job is to put Keegan in a position where he can be more aggressive and, can take that leap, but Keegan also has to have that mindset. And I'm not going to do revisionist history for all the people that maybe said Keegan doesn't have that dog or this or that, because honestly, maybe at that time he didn't. He was a different person. I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago. I'm not the same person I was last year, right? We are ever evolving, and that's exactly what's happening with Keegan Murray. All right, Kyle, let's hear from one of the vets of the team, DeMar DeRozan, and what he had to say about Keegan.
DeMar, how much does having Keegan back kind of change the dynamic of your guys' game on offense?
It's everything. It's everything. Keegan is, key to this team. It's his team. He's one of those guys that's going to be very, very special in this league, and, he's showing it, with his dynamic play on both ends. He changes the game. When his confidence is high, the things he's able to do makes it a lot easier on us. So, it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious. It's his team.
I really love this so much because there's so many interesting nuances about. This is why I think one of the things that makes sports awesome is there's so many nuances about leadership and who is responsible and who is, the person who commands respect in those rooms. The fact that these guys are bestowing it upon Keegan, not because they have to, but because that is what the future is. They see that this is going in the direction of this being Keegan's team. It's so fascinating that those guys who, like you said, have only been here a year or two are coming in with all this experience, Hall of Fame pedigree, and someone like DeRozan is even saying, no, we understand this is his franchise because he will be here long after we are gone.
Right. And you know what's funny? I couldn't help but think about a conversation that came out about De'Aaron Fox and Keegan Murray, and I don't know if De'Aaron's the one who said it, but it was in a report that De'Aaron had said to Keegan, if you look around the league, everyone's best player is a wing, right? Or most teams' best player is a wing-sized player, right? A 6'6" and up type of guy. That's what De'Aaron had said. So he went and got with an alien in Victor Wembanyama. But that's what he said. It's funny because I do wonder where De'Aaron thought Keegan fell, and if he thought Keegan could get there. It was probably just a timing thing. But funny enough, and I don't know if Keegan is going to be to the level of who De'Aaron thought could be that number one to his number two or whatever. But funny enough, Keegan could be on track to become that guy that the Kings needed. Now, the other issue is you need more than one. And as great as it is that Keegan is doing all this stuff, look, man, second game back, 44 minutes, guarding Julius Randle, guarding Rudy Gobert, guarding Anthony Edwards. I'm not, it's not a negative, it's not a knock on Keegan, but from an actual player perspective, that is incredibly unsustainable. And I would go on to argue that as much as we've gone back and forth, and last night, Carmichael Dave went on social media and he chimed in on the John Collins thing and trading DeMar for John Collins and how John Collins might make the team too good. I would argue then you need to figure out, to your point, Kyle, look, the draft is a draft. The lottery is a lottery. What is more important, this guy that you just invested $140 million to, or stinking enough to maybe get a top 4 pick? I'm leaning, and I know it's only been a couple games, right? But, we're going to overreact based on how Keegan's been playing. I'm more so leaning towards, and it doesn't have to be John Collins, but I'm more so leaning towards, I'd rather get the guy that's going to give Keegan some breathing room, and maybe your team is, and I'm air quoting for those driving or listening on the Sackdown Sports app or with no video, and I'm willing to put the Kings in a position where the Kings are a little quote unquote better than to drive and run Keegan into the ground because you want to stink enough to possibly get a number 4 pick. Because personally, I think John Collins is good and they can make a decision. I think in a perfect world, it's what Jason Ross said during Crosstalk. You go get John Collins, you go on a little mini run, right? You lose as the 10 seed, and now you're right where you're better than where the Mavericks. Well, no, you're not better than where the Mavericks were, because the Mavericks were the 10 seed, and then you see what happens. Or you're not good enough, and you get to the 11, something like that, and you get to see a balanced version of Keegan. Because, you can't be doing this every day, and we can praise Keegan for it, but that is not sustainable at all.
I think the end result is to get Keegan to be your starting 3 of the future. I don't know how they'll navigate it to get to that point, but I think it will get to that point, right? They want Keegan to be a wing scorer and defender who can switch 1 through 5, ideally is guarding 3s and 4s, and you can put him on the best wing defender or point of attack defender on someone else's team, right? Again, Keegan Murray is an incredibly talented player, and they could give him the runway to develop, and he can be excellent. And I think to your first point, in De'Aaron Fox's perfect world, Keegan would have been the number 1 to his number 2. Now, obviously, we don't live in that world, and most people would say, best case scenario for Keegan's career, he probably won't be as valuable as De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that Keegan can't be their starting 3 for the next 5 years and play as good as my ceiling for him, which is OG Anunoby. If he can be OG Anunoby for 5 years, I feel like that is a successful developmental project that the Kings will have undertaken with Keegan.
Yeah, and we always, it's funny because there's different levels, and we don't know where these guys will net out. But even with all the scoring that Trey Murphy is doing, I do think there is a level where most people don't think Trey Murphy is going to be a number one in MVP conversations, right? There's a balance there. Now, Jalen Johnson, who I believe is younger than Trey Murphy, Jalen Johnson, some people think could get there. Denny Abdia is another one. Denny might make the All-Star team, but nobody believes that Denny is going to be a championship number one now. So there's or could get. I think Denny's going to be really good, but you still need to find. You either need a very balanced team or you need to go get the guy. So Keegan can improve and do all these things, and the Kings still need to find the guy, and that's what they're kind of hoping they find in the draft at some point or a trade, something like that. So the idea that Allen is saying all this stuff, and is he saying Keegan is going to, somebody on the text line saying, do we know if Keegan wants to be the man? Doesn't seem like his personality. Hopefully they don't do to him what they did with De'Aaron, forcing him to be someone else he wants to be. And I think that's a really good text. I think it's funny because DeMar is saying this is Keegan's team. We don't know where that's going to net out. I don't know that Keegan will ever be a number one that can lead in deep playoff runs. I don't know. I hope he is. But either way, you're going to need somebody else. And I don't think that running him into the ground is the correct way to do it. It's not just the 44 minutes. It's the high-intensity 44 minutes, his second game back. So we can look at that and say, good for Keegan. What a guy. We could also say, yeah, you need to fix this. And I don't know, you go get PJ Washington when he's available at the end of the year. The same with Keegan because they signed those contracts. You go get somebody to just spell him because he's getting spelled, I guess, a little bit. The problem is Precious is playing center minutes. If Precious wasn't playing center minutes, maybe this looks a little bit different. But I'm not even going to bring that up with Sabonis because we've been dealing with this for 3 years now. Yeah,
and to your point about they do need to get someone with a higher ceiling than Keegan, I think you can still do both, right? Obviously, Sabonis is out now. Keegan's been out at times. We're one injury in the guard rotation away from Neek or Keon getting 20-plus minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing you hold on to at least until the trade deadline if you're a Neek or Keon person. So I think you can still end up with the top picks and continue to prioritize the development at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other as a compromise.
I mean, and it's so crazy, Kyle. I know we're being very optimistic in this show, and that's how it should be after that great win. But it is crazy. I mean, I'm looking at the roster here, and if Dario Saric was any semblance of an NBA player, we don't really have the same issue. He must be very bad.
I mean, everything we've been saying is he's just a number on the books. Like, they could send him home and achieve the same effect at this point.
Well, he is. Yeah, I mean, is he on the bench?
Yeah,
I haven't seen him.
Yesterday you were at the game, so maybe you missed it, but DeRozan whammed it, and he was on the ground, and then everyone, ran up to him to, pick him up.
And he ran?
Dario ran over there.
Okay.
I saw Dario in that group.
He ran. He ran over.
But here's the thing, though, with Dario or Doug McDermott, next year, those problems are going to sort themselves out because, as we mentioned before, they have 3 picks in next year's draft. If they potentially trade Keon or re-sign Keon, that's another roster spot, right?
Right.
So you've got 3 incoming draft picks. You've got Devin Carter's team option picked up. Maybe he'll be on the team, maybe he won't. But as of now, he's slated to be on the team. You've still got Maxime. You've still got Neek. You've still got Keegan. Those deep roster spots are going to sort themselves out eventually.
Yeah. So what a situation for the Kings. And there does seem to be a level of clarity that I think that everyone appreciates, whether you're fans or whether you are actually on the team. And we're here. And Keegan, I saw 2 more games. He's only allowed to miss 2 more if he wants to be eligible for most improved player. I haven't looked at the Vegas odds. We can take a look, but
I'm assuming it's Grayson Allen or Dylan Brooks. I don't know for sure.
Okay. Oh no, you know what? It's a problem.
Or Jalen Duren.
No.
Your beefed up boy.
There's 3 right now, and we got a couple minutes here. Do you think you can nail You haven't. Actually, you did nail one. Jalen Duren has the best odds. Do you think you can nail the next? There's 4 more. We'll do the top 5. Let's see how many you can get out of the top 5.
Okay, and it's not Grayson Allen or Dylan Brooks.
No, brother.
Really? Okay.
They're not even on there.
Okay. Grayson Allen's killing it this year. That seems like an oversight. Is it Denny?
Denny comes in at number 3. My boy.
Yeah. Is Jalen Johnson on there?
Jalen Johnson is number 5.
Oh, look at me.
Can you get the next 2? They are both, I'll give you a hint. They're both in the Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference.
One is terribly obvious. The other is not as obvious, but you'll probably say, really?
Which Toronto? It's a Toronto Raptor. What? No? Not a Toronto Raptor? Okay.
No.
Who else is at the top of the conference? The Heat. They wouldn't. Is it Norm Powell?
No.
I'm not. That's not an official guess. I'm just
let me know when you're saying uncle.
Okay. I haven't checked in on Ryan Rollins recently enough. I don't know how that was going. He's giving me eyes. All right, Ryan Rollins.
Number 4.
Yes, look at me. I hadn't checked in on the Bucks recently.
That was the obvious one.
Okay.
Now this is the weird-ish one, but you'll say, okay, you'll kind of roll your eyes.
Oh. Is it going to be like a top pick? Is that why I'm going to roll my eyes?
Kind of.
Okay. Not Miami.
No.
Not is it Maxey again?
No.
Okay.
Leave Maxey alone.
Maxey already won it. It's just most overrated player in the league.
10, 9, 8. Think surprise teams.
Toronto.
Another one.
Not Toronto. Okay.
7, 6, 5, 4.
No, I don't
3,
got it. I don't got it.
2. With the second best odds to win Most Improved Player of the Year, Josh Giddey.
That's such a cop-out. They're not even good.
They were.
They were for half a second.
They were for a day.
Where are the Bulls now? I know they lost like 4 or 5 in a row.
By the way, Con Kneppel, better odds to win Rookie of the Year than Cooper Flagg.
Really?
Yes.
I saw Cooper Flagg because you were talking about plus minus yesterday. By the way, Zack LaVine's second worst in plus minus. There's one player who's just the worst player in the league that we can talk about also. But I saw Cooper Flagg has like one of the worst plus minuses in the league. So he must not be going great. By the way, the Bulls are 9-8.
Hey, man, over 500.
Kneppel's good, huh?
Yeah, he is. That's all I want.
You just want a Con Kneppel?
Yes, just pair him with Keegan and we cook, baby.
But we already got Nick Clifford.
Yeah, we got Nick,
we need a point guard, Allen.
We need Vít Krejci. Okay, from the Hawks. But if not, you go get Neo from Virginia Tech. That's what we're doing.
And Tejon.
No, not Tejon. On the other side, could the Sam Amick report actually help the Kings? Let's explain. More of your calls, more of your texts, more of your sack chat. Allen Stiles, Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, stepping outside and still seeing some overcast skies. I do expect for the Central Valley, the fog is really not going to mix out that much today. So it'll keep temperatures mid-50s for the afternoon and more fog expected as we head into Wednesday with likely more dense fog around first thing in the morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Black Friday deals are here at the Roseville Auto Mall. Drive away in a great vehicle at the best deal during our Black Friday sales event. 20 top brands and thousands of vehicles in stock daily with savings as big as the selection. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
KNCI's Country in the Park is back May 8th and 9th, Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, Sean Party, Christie and Pike Troubadour, Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJ, mechanical bull, huge festival area, food trucks. KNCI's Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Tickets are on sale now at CITPFest.com.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
When the Kings light up the court, Sacramento lights up the night, and it all leads to Revival at the Sawyer. All November long, show your Sacktown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half-off beverages. From pregame anticipation to postgame celebration, Revival is the rooftop for true fans with elevated views, unbeatable energy, and that signature Sacramento spirit that connects us all. Revival at the Sawyer, where the city and the team both rise. Reserve your table today at revivalsacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
Cameron, I just think we need to, see other people.
Are you trading me in?
No. A trade-in is what I'm getting from Kitchen Mart.
A trade-in?
Right now, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 credit when you trade in your old kitchen countertops for something worth showing off, like granite, marble, or solid surface.
I'm not worth showing off?
Not like the stunning new quartz countertops Kitchen Mart just installed for Karen and Tom. Huh. Durable, easy cleanup, made their kitchen look brand new. And Kitchen Mart gave them a $750 trade-in credit to haul off their ugly old tile and grout countertop.
You're dumping me.
That's harsh. You want me to wait till I get the new countertops from Kitchen Mart?
At least hold off till Wednesday. I'm seeing Susan.
Susan!
Now's the perfect time to trade up to beautiful new quartz, granite, marble, or solid surface countertops. Because for a limited time, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 trade-in credit for your old countertops. Go to kitchenmart.com today and schedule a free in-home consultation and save $750 off new countertops.
No one does it better than kitchenmart.com.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Allen Stiles. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Brendan Nunez should be joining us in 30 minutes. And Chris Watkins going to be closer to 1 o'clock. Okay, going to be closer to 1 o'clock, but excited to have both of them on because there is no roundtable this week, obviously, with Thanksgiving. I'll never forget, and funny enough, I guess this is as good a time as ever because 11 o'clock is one of our hottest, most listened to hours. So I think this is a good time to let people know we're working through some things, but I probably should have led with this a little bit earlier, but I'll be on with Whitey Gleason tomorrow. All right. There is I guess you could call it a surprise host on the Allen Stiles Show tomorrow. But you know how it is with the holidays. We're moving some things around. This is Kyle's last day of the week.
I'm out of here.
Out to Chicago.
Yes.
So you're going to hang out with your brother and his girlfriend.
Yes, in Chicago.
And you're doing Thanksgiving out there.
Yes. We have some...
And your brother's younger than you?
My brother's younger than me, yes.
Okay, so...
He graduated from college last year.
Okay, so it's just you three?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we have some family that lives out there.
Okay, so you're not... I was trying to figure out, what do three individuals under the age of 26...
24.
What do you do for food?
On Thanksgiving?
Yeah, like, I don't see a 23-year-old cooking a turkey.
I mean, I used to cook like a small turkey during Thanksgiving when I used to live by myself over in Davis.
Okay.
But no, we have...
The family is going to take care of it.
Yes. The extended it's not immediate family, but it is the extended
Family's
family.
family.
We're just getting plopped onto their Thanksgiving.
Hey, plop on. Do what you got to do. Be sure you get an Italian beef while you're out there, even though you're there for Thanksgiving. Go get an Italian beef.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that.
You got to get. I went somewhere when I was out there for that conference. I'll tell you where it was. I can't remember right now. But I will be on with Whitey Gleason tomorrow. All right, unless I hear something else. Otherwise, we're moving some things around with it being the holiday week. So more info to come. But yeah, this is our last show together, Kyle and I. So I will be on with Whitey Gleason tomorrow. My first time on the afternoon show. So, I'm just deferring to Whitey.
Yeah.
Right? This is Whitey's show. I'm riding passenger. I'm just here so I won't get fined. But just to let y'all know, going back to our time in the Bay, Whitey Gleason and I, we've had some very memorable shows together. We've had some very memorable shows together where things have happened on a larger scale at the company, and we had to kind of fill in. Yeah. And they were very unique shows. So Whitey and I have done probably around 20 shows together total over the last couple years when we were both in the Bay. So it'll be good to have a show with Whitey. I don't think it'll be a full one because the Kings play tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but it's a night game, so you get 30 minutes shorter.
Okay. So,
congratulations, Alan.
Yeah, just to let everybody know that's what's going on. I should have told you earlier, but time has been flying, especially because the Kings keep on winning.
So that means by the time we're back together, there's going to be a Suns game, a Jazz game, and a Grizzlies game.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Well, they might stink again. We don't know. It might not be the same team.
Let's phrase it like this. Remember those 20 games you were so worried about?
Yeah.
By the time we come together next Monday, 20 games into the season.
Wow. And there will be a lot to take in when we get to that 20-game check-in point.
Technically 21, but let's ignore that.
20-game check-in point. So that'll come up on the other side after everybody is filled with turkey or whatever you eat, any of that good stuff. I wonder if Whitey, that's the other thing. That's why I brought it up. Because remember last year when Nick Wright complained, and we talked about it on the show, that every radio host every sports show does the thing where you talk about Thanksgiving, and he thought it was corny and that you didn't have to do it. And I said, I love it.
I
love doing the corny let's talk about Thanksgiving thing. I don't know if Whitey's going to want to do the corny let's talk about Thanksgiving thing. Well, so now I'm wondering, should we do it today? Because I don't know if Whitey might say, Alan, we're not doing the corny let's talk about your favorite Thanksgiving food thing. We're not doing it. I don't know. I'm not texting Whitey. I'm going in blind, and I want to because maybe I'll get to do it twice if we do it today.
Here's how you flip the script on him. During the crosstalk, when him and Kayla come in, that's when we do the corny Thanksgiving talk.
And he's going to say, I don't want to talk about this. The Kings just won. Well, why did we talk about the Kings for 4 hours? I want to know if you like turkey.
Flip the script on Whitey. Yeah, Whitey, what's your favorite sat? Oh, gosh, you just remind me. That was the other crazy. So years ago, the afternoon show was Cattles and Rami. I remember filling in the show before Thanksgiving. And they used to do a segment that was essentially just drafting lists of things. I think it was called Mock Draftery or something. But you just draft lists of stuff. So obviously we did Thanksgiving. And it was just me and Rami. So we had to call Dave to come on. And I remember I said my pick was sweet potatoes. And Dave just thought that was the funniest thing in the world, that I would pick sweet potatoes as a Thanksgiving side dish. Anyways, you just reminded me of that. So we
Dave
have that.
thought you were going a little Chet Holmgren.
No.
That's what Dave thought. You were going a little...
Oxtails.
Yeah. It's almost time, baby.
Cornbread.
We know what Chet eating.
Chet's getting his oxtail.
We know what Chet eating.
Let's see where the Thunder are going to be for Thanksgiving.
Oh, we know what Chet's eating.
Because I remember like every year the Kings were always on the road for Thanksgiving. So they're at home. So home cooking for Chet.
Oh my goodness, Chet. It's time.
Oxtails,
yeah.
Ribs, cornbread.
All of it.
Greens.
We should take the greens, beans, potatoes lady and just edit that beat over.
Oxtails.
Sounds like you got a job to do, Kyle. Sounds like you got a job to do. 916-339-1140. We're not doing it yet, but of course we are going to do it. And Sam Amick, this report comes out, and a lot of people thought this would... Your segue strikes again. A lot of people thought this would hurt the Kings, but on the other side, it might help them. Everybody's playing looser, right? There's this cloud, the Charlie Brown cloud. The cloud is gone. We know what it is, right? I'm on the phone, Scott Perry. My phone is maybe not ringing incessantly enough, but hopefully it starts to. I'm on the phone. We're going to get, DeMar, we're going to try to get you somewhere to compete, to contend. Zach, we'll have that conversation. Whether you want to opt in, opt out, you should have some options. Domantas Sabonis, we got questions to answer. Dennis Schroeder, brother, we know, you know what it is. You know what it is, Dennis.
Averaging 17 points per game since coming off the bench.
Malik Monk, we've already had that conversation. Everybody knows where we're at. This is Keegan's team until otherwise noted. Now, we are going to try to find somebody to help Keegan because, he's 25 years old. So I do think that's interesting. You do have to hit a little bit, right? You bring in an 18, 19-year-old. If they're too raw, that timeline can maybe be a smidge off. So you do have to hit on that draft pick. But I think Keegan's style of play, he'll play for a very long time. Now, as we move into the future of the Kings, I think that this is where the whole situation gets interesting with the playing time. Because if we come back on Monday, and again, Neek is still getting under 10 minutes, and Keon's getting 5-6 minutes, at what point is this not cute anymore? At what point do we say, all right, those couple wins were fun, but didn't y'all say you were trying to develop talent and the young guys aren't playing? Maybe the thought process is this. Maybe the thought process is that we'll get there and it'll happen organically, and Scott Perry and Doug Christie understand that you have to wait it out. Let's talk about what's going to happen with the young guys. And are you happy that the Kings are winning, or are you more so annoyed that the young guys outside of Keegan are not playing? Allen Stiles, Sacktown Sports.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now for the last 2 years, I've been sharing the great experience I've had being a customer of Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the sales department to the service department, they're top notch. And now is the perfect time for you to have the MB of Stockton experience. The Mercedes-Benz holiday celebration is on, and that means you can get super low rates on new and certified pre-owned models. Plus, they'll throw in 3 years of prepaid maintenance on select models. They make it easy and affordable for you to drive away in the car of your dreams. And if you have a trade-in, well, they're looking for all vehicles to purchase. Any makes, any models, just holler at my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is the gift that keeps on giving. So take the short drive down I-5 and visit my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And while you're there, tell them Drape sent you.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey there, Mark and Tom, the travel and entertainment guys with you, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations. Time for our weekly travel tip, and with it, here's Mark.
A lot of folks who aren't frequent travelers take to the skies during the holidays. Things many of us know automatically about airport security, they aren't as familiar with. So here are some important holiday tips. Don't wrap your gifts. Repeat, don't wrap your gifts. If TSA has to take a look, guess what happens? The wrapping has to be coming off. Snow globes. They must be packed in your checked bag. They have too much liquid to come through in a carry-on. Hairstyling tools, on the other hand, must be in your carry-on, especially if they use lithium batteries. Keep your shoes on, but take your belt off. Best tip, put an Apple AirTag in bags with gifts in them. Homemade pies and cakes are generally fine at security, but cranberry sauce and spreadable things are considered liquids.
More tips to make you a smarter traveler Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Get Black Friday savings during the Happy Honda Days excitement going on now at Stockton Honda, Northern California's best Honda dealer. You'll score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
Allen Stiles
You've been joining the show by texting 916-339-1140.
on Sacktown Sports.
Sing it, Sam. I love this song. Sing it, Sam.
This is good.
This guy. Sing yo. Come on. Well. You know, we are going to talk about the young guys, and we're going to talk about them with Brendan Nunez and Chris Watkins, but I had to pivot here because
the watch is calling.
Nick Friedell. We didn't even get to talk about my boy, Anthony Slater, and his article about Jonathan Kaminga yesterday. And now there's another article coming out. Jonathan Kaminga, MRI is clean. Team thought he'd be practicing on Sunday.
This is a weird thing to talk about over this song.
And he is not playing. Nick Friedell says that Jonathan Kaminga declined to provide an update on how he's feeling Monday. He missed his 6th straight game because of a knee injury. Nobody is sure when he'll return, and his lingering status continues to hover over everything the Warriors do. He's fine, people. I don't know that. But it's knee soreness. The MRI is clean. He wants out, and it's time to bring it on home to me. It's finally time. We tried to warn the Warriors. We tried to warn the Warriors fans. Do you remember? I saw somebody a couple days ago when Jonathan Kaminga, this drama started back. You know what this brother said to me on X? Do you know what these delusional fans, you know what this person said to me? Bring us Keegan Murray and he's all yours. Are you out of your mind? Are you actually with us on planet Earth? Keon Ellis, Malik Monk, and get out of my face, you delusional fans. It's over. It's over. Come on home. Look, not Mark Williams type deal. Let's double check the MRI. But this ain't about the knee. The MRI's clean. This ain't about the knee. This is about, I don't want to play for that man. That man don't like me. They scapegoat. The scapegoat story. That's what it was. The scapegoat story came out. And I did my little meme of a smirk. Warrior fans in my mentions. Fine, Keegan Murray, and he's all yours. If you don't get out my face with that stupid stuff, you take Keon since he can't get off the bench. You take Keon, Malik Monk, and here, now scram. Now get out of it. Now go. Now shoo. Now shoo.
Speaking of that man he don't like, you want to hear what the man he don't like had to say
I do.
About the injury?
Oh, I really do.
Okay, I apologize. The audio quality isn't great. This was just at a post-practice, so this is the best it could be. This is Steve Kerr talking about Kaminga.
Okay.
I don't know where he's got to tell you where he is. I mean, he didn't do anything. We did we didn't do scrimmages, but we did live drill work, and he barely did any of that. So not moving well. So training staff working with him, and I have no idea when he's going.
I don't know where he is. He is your player on the roster. I don't know where he is. I don't know. The Kings won last night. I don't know.
I don't know where he is.
Isn't this your job? I don't know. The Kings won last night. Keegan Murray leap. The Warriors are a disaster. The Kaminga situation, oh my God, it's like Brandon Ayuk. It's all in the Bay. It's Brandon Ayuk. Who saw Diana Rossini in a shocking discovery? Really, Diana? Is it shocking when when Kyle Shanahan had to run up the steps and say, no, don't send him to Pittsburgh? I can't wait for the post. In a shocking turn of events, Jonathan Kaminga wants out of Golden State. Oh, my goodness. But y'all want to get in my mentions talking about Keegan Murray. Do you watch basketball? Do you? Do you actually watch the game of basketball? Do you understand one word? Leverage. And the Warriors ain't got none. So bring it on home to me.
Well, except the team option.
That's it. Fine. Keep them again. Go ahead. I dare you.
Oh, my gosh. It might actually happen is the crazy thing.
I dare you. Mike Dunleavy Jr., Kyle, Sonic, and Knuckles are coming to a city near you. Keegan, I guess, would he be Knuckles? Yes, Keegan would be Knuckles. Kaminga is Sonic. You got the speed.
I don't know. Keegan's got a little wiggle.
You got the power. Oh, my goodness. Don't get me thinking about this now.
Okay, so while again, I know the watch has been away for a while, so bringing back the watch. While it is very unlikely the Kings would land Jonathan Kaminga in a trade because the Warriors are probably going to try and package him for a larger deal.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get Giannis for Kaminga.
We're going to get...
He's not even better than Ryan Rollins right now.
We're going to get Trey Murphy still.
Yeah, Trey Murphy. Remember that? We're going to get him for Trey Murphy.
Or Larry Markkinen.
You know what? I probably shouldn't laugh about the Trey Murphy thing because who knows with the Pelicans?
Yeah, no one knows what they're doing.
So I probably shouldn't laugh about that.
Yeah, I mean, if Derek Queen's the future, him and Zion, you know, that's your front court. But
Kaminga and hey, we'll one-up you. Y'all don't care about spacing, and DeJounte don't shoot. He's coming back. We want the least amount of spacing possible. We are tripling down on no space.
But Allen, who needs more shooting or more spacing when you just have the pool party?
Yeah,
but look,
they're reuniting. Oh my goodness! Look,
bring Poole back to the Warriors. Kaminga too.
Oh yeah. How about that, Draymond? Why don't you do a podcast on that?
By the way, just while we're here, kind of crazy that Will Richard is like better than Podziemski.
Yeah.
Like, and kind of Buddy Hield. Like not actually Buddy Hield, but like kind of Buddy Hield.
The Podziemski thing, he's not a bad player. They just lied to themselves. You just can't lie to yourself, right? You can't do that.
So to the point about Kaminga, I'm kind of just rooting for him to win at this point. Like I know the Kings thing, that ship has sailed. If the Kings want to get him again, their best chance is free agency in 2027, which by the way, not the worst strategy in the world to spend 2 years retooling and then landing Kaminga in free agency.
Well, he's got to improve, Kyle.
No, I agree, but
in 2 years he'd be 24. I would want a more finished product.
Sure, but by that point, theoretically, Keegan's your starting three. Maybe you still have Sabonis. Maybe you have a starting Peterson or something.
Hold on. This is from Nick Friedell, who, by the way, a great dude. I met him a couple years ago. We were both out there in the Bay. About 2 hours before the ball went up for the opening tip Monday night between Golden State and the Utah Jazz, Warriors coach Steve Kerr was asked about a player who wasn't going to play a second in the game. The intrigue surrounding Jonathan Kaminga's status within the framework of the group has been a hot topic of conversation for months, dating back to his protracted contract negotiations over the summer. But it has taken on a new layer of interest as he's 23 now, 23-year-old forward missed his sixth consecutive game because of bilateral knee tendonitis. The first question Kerr got in his pregame press conference prior to the 134-117 win over the Jazz was simple. Does he have any more clarity on Kaminga's injury and how much more time the young forward may miss? Quote, I don't have any clarity. I don't know where he's at. He's got to tell you where he is. He didn't do anything. Training staff working with him. I have no idea what he's doing. So Steve Kerr, head coach of the Golden State Warriors, has the same idea. Your guess, driving in your car in Sacramento, your guess is as good as his as to when Jonathan Kaminga will return. That's it. Friedell goes on to write, it was a short, honest answer from a coach who was looking for more clarity himself. It was also another glimpse into what is becoming an awkward sequence of events surrounding an injury that was initially thought to be a day-to-day setback, about which Kerr and the Warriors training staff didn't seem too concerned.
Hey, you know what this reminds me of? From 2018, Greg Popovich. You'll have to ask Kawhi about when Kawhi's coming back. We got team doctors versus player doctors, a player who wants to leave. We got drama.
Hey, we are so back. And look, everyone out there, Allen, Kaminga watch, is it really returning? You dang Skippy it is. And it's not because of me. They are posting this stuff. They are barely above, what are they? Barely above 500 now. What are they? One game above 500? They were able to beat the Jazz last night.
They are 10-9.
They are 10-9.
Currently the 8th seed.
Now, look, I know they would like somebody that is more of a wing, but I'm looking around this league. Now, to be fair, it was a couple weeks ago somebody came out and said that Kaminga is going to be one of the most coveted trade assets. That did come out.
Which is why the Kings won't get him.
That did come out. But as this stuff continues to happen, but fine. That's all fine and good. We still need to assess what that means Because if I'm Danny Ainge, the marketing thing, you still have to make that money work, which the Warriors could. But the marketing thing, Danny Ainge, I don't know. Do you think Kaminga accelerates your timeline, or do you want to stink? I don't know. They could do it, and maybe I'm wearing purple lenses believing that they won't do it, but I'm not sure.
No, I am struggling to find the team.
Yeah, he can have all that. They can be the most coveted asset ever, but who is the Nets already had a chance.
Yeah, who's the team that is going to part with a player better than Kaminga for Kaminga, right? Because that's what the Warriors want. They want to try and upgrade.
Yeah, why would, if the Pelicans aren't crazy, which they are, so we don't know, but why would the Pelicans, you know why, Kyle?
Yeah.
Actually, it's very obvious as I say it out loud. Pelicans would do it because they don't have a first-round pick. So you restart your time. Herb Jones, by the way, I'm not making a joke, but doesn't it feel like Herb Jones gets injured? He messed up his calf. Feels like Herb Jones gets injured as soon as the trade deadline gets hot, like every year.
Yeah.
And he's just stuck in New Orleans.
But restart the timeline, I feel like, doesn't work because, Trey Murphy's only a year and a half older than Kaminga. Trey Murphy is still entering his prime. It wouldn't be an older player for a younger player.
I mean, he's 25. Kaminga just turned 23.
Yeah, I don't.
Trey Murphy's better than Kaminga. I'll give you that. That's
also,
a better argument.
Trey Murphy can play the 3 if they ever wanted to in the future. So, again, I'm struggling to find the team, right? The Suns probably aren't going to part with anyone right now, unless Jalen Green. They're probably not going to do Jalen Green for Kaminga.
And if you're the Warriors, didn't Jalen Green just sign a contract? So Malik's contract is shorter than Jalen Green. And it's less.
I don't think that's true. I'll look it up, but I don't.
When he signed his extension. We're over time. Brendan Nunez is going to join us, but I had to tell y'all about Jonathan Kaminga. Bring it on. Home to me. Jonathan Kaminga in Sac City, baby. Down south, Sacramento Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The mildest summer in 30 years has left AC makers with overstock and far below their sales targets. Your chance for huge savings. Sierra Pacific's partnership with top manufacturers mean exclusive discounts to clear inventory fast. Get premium systems installed flawlessly by friendly pros with ironclad warranties and great discounts with SMUD rebates. Plus, HVAC's tax credits expire December 31st. Call for your complimentary proposal. Visit SierraPacificHome.com.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Kings Black Friday deals are here. Cheer on the Sacramento Kings with slam dunk deals this holiday season. Save up to 40% on Kings tickets. Plus, shop buy one, get one 60% off merch deals online and at the Kings team store. Elevate your game day with 20% off experiences on the Kings home court. And don't miss out on savings for Kids Club kits and Junior Kings clinics for your little Kings fans. Check out all the limited time offers for tickets, gear, experiences, and more at kings.com/Black Friday.
Cameron, I just think we need to, see other people.
Are you trading me in?
No. A trade-in is what I'm getting from Kitchen Mart.
A trade-in?
Right now, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 credit when you trade in your old kitchen countertops for something worth showing off, like granite, marble, or solid surface.
I'm not worth showing off?
Not like the stunning new quartz countertops Kitchen Mart just installed for Karen and Tom. Durable, easy cleanup, made their kitchen look brand new. And Kitchen Mart gave them a $750 trade-in credit to haul off their ugly old tile and grout countertop.
You're dumping me.
That's harsh. You want me to wait till I get the new countertops from Kitchen Mart?
At least hold off till Wednesday. I'm seeing Susan.
Susan!
Now's the perfect time to trade up to beautiful new quartz, granite, marble, or solid surface countertops. Because for a limited time, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 trade-in credit for your old countertops. Go to kitchenmart.com today and schedule a free in-home consultation and save $750 off new countertops.
No one does it better than KitchenMart.com. KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. Your home for Kings talk and so much more.
Live and local.
Allen Stiles on Sacktown Sports.
Brendan Nunez joins us. Brendan, thank you for taking the time, man. And before we get into anything, I just want to let you know where we're at as a Kings fan base. On the text line from the 209, as we were talking about Jonathan Kaminga last segment, forget Kaminga and re-sign Precious Achiuwa.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I think you curated this. You kind of made this.
I don't understand.
You manifested this reality. Like those are your guys right there.
Precious
was your guy.
Precious is my guy?
Is my guy. I proposed over the summer they should bring in Precious, and I was laughed out of the room by Allen.
Okay. I never really, I don't have feelings for Precious either way, but he's been
just
playing
remember
really well.
all the time, Precious Achiuwa's out there, man.
No, he is out there, and now he's here.
No, his guy was the one who signed with the Celtics, who was, Chris Boucher.
That's right.
Boucher.
That's right.
Where is he? Is he playing?
Probably not.
Chris Boucher. Can you imagine the Kings right now? I'm just going to find the last random
Would it be
Celtics
any different?
game.
He played 14 minutes, scored 1 point.
See, man, free him.
Hey, Maxime played 14 minutes and scored 1 point.
Free him.
Drew Eubanks had 2 points in 13 minutes.
Brendan Nunez joins us. Brendan, we got a lot to break down, 30 minutes, commercial free, but let's start here. We were both in the building last night. Just give us the vibes for the Kings, them winning that game. Did it give you flashbacks to Beam Team season? How was it in the building? It filled up late. We were a little bit worried, but it did fill up late. Just give us the vibes and just the team vibes. You were in the locker room as well. The post-game, the pre-game. Give us your breakdown of last night's really impressive comeback victory.
Yeah, I mean, probably best atmosphere in Golden One Center so far this year, which is not exactly a high bar, but I felt like we got that energy back in that building a little bit. And that's going to happen in an overtime game where Keegan Murray's back in his first home game. You get the Keegan chant back in the building. I think Malik had a really good stretch. DeMar DeRozan is just your closer, and I think that's gotten a little bit overlooked throughout this season because you got to be in close games for that to matter at all. And so I think that's where DeMar's skill set maybe gets a little bit overlooked because, again, you got to kind of be there. But to me, I think they showed fight, right? Like you look at that Memphis loss, the Atlanta loss, and they were both back-to-backs for what it's worth, so I guess take that for what you will. Maybe they're just going to get their butts kicked on back-to-backs. But those games, like, the team gave up, and it was obvious, and I don't say that lightly. Like, it was clear. Everybody could see that had happened. Doug practically said as much post-game. This is, like, real fight against a good team. You've played them twice previously, lost both. You don't want to fall 3 in a row. So this is a good win for the Kings, and I guess step in the right direction a little bit. It feels like a little bit more like they're playing towards some sort of identity.
Yeah. Did you feel as if and maybe I'm making too big of a deal of it, but did you feel that maybe the Sam Amick article and Scott Perry coming out saying, hey, Doug is our guy, hey, we understand what it is, we're not pretending like this team is going to have a parade, right? Did you feel like maybe the Sam Amick article, and I don't know what was said, we know Malik Monk said on our airwaves that Scott Perry has been the most transparent GM he's ever worked with. Do you think that maybe there was a conversation had with some of the guys individually or as a group even, or even if it just came out in the Sam Amick article? Do you feel like maybe this transparency has been a weight lifted because we went into the season, they randomly go scramble and get Russell Westbrook, Keegan gets hurt, then they go get Precious, and Doug is, play with pride, and you got to deserve to wear the jersey and all this stuff. Do you feel like maybe now that things are out in the open, they're playing a bit more free? We know what it is. Doug is, Scott is working in the background. We want to play hard for Doug. This is the team until it's not. We are what we are. It's DeMar comes out, says it's Keegan's team the same day that drops. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading the tea leaves like Carmichael Dave tells us to do a little bit too much, but feels like there was a level of, hey, it's all out there now. Let's just enjoy our time and play loose. I call them, Brendan, the house money kings. That's what I've been calling them because that's just what it is right now.
Yeah, because all the money in your house just going out the window.
Well, it's stuck in the couch.
There you go.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the biggest positives that I hear about Scott Perry is that transparency, that honesty, right? So I don't imagine, and I haven't heard any differently, but that Scott went out of his way to go have conversations with these guys. But hey, DeMar, if you're feeling a type of way, it's an open line of communication.
Yeah.
Come by my office. I'll tell you straight up what it is. And if that means that we're thinking about trading you, which seems to be the case, then he's going to tell him as much, and I'm sure that transparency is obviously much appreciated. You pointed to what Malik said headed into the year. I don't think that makes things any easier for the guys day to day when you're just sitting, waiting, man, I'm going to have to move, and who knows how long it could happen at any point. There is obviously an anxiety that comes with that. But I think they were at a point where you lose 8 straight, even though you had won that last one, you kind of have nothing to lose. You have no pressure on you in any of these games. And one thing I still am not going to say they're over the hump. I still, and the schedule gets a little bit easier here, which is going to help. They're 2-1 against teams below 500, which is crazy. They played 3 games against teams below 500.
That's actually insane.
Pretty wild.
Funny enough, the Suns are not going to be one of those teams. We all thought they would be, but the Suns have been playing well. So this next game is against another team well above 500, actually.
Yeah, and for perspective, I could have this number slightly wrong, but I think Minnesota was 10-0 against teams below 500 coming into the night.
So they played, they've only played about 15 games.
Very different scheduling for some of these teams. But I still think we're talking about the Kings getting a little bit more of an identity. I think Keegan's aggression, I think Malik plays into their offensive style very well. It looks like there is a flow when he's out there. Russ is a pass-first point guard in the starting group. Dennis is more of a score-first point guard in that bench unit. I don't know what to expect from DeMar DeRozan and Zack LaVine nightly, right? You're going to have a big DeMar night like you did last night. He has 33, however many in that fourth and OT. Zack LaVine has 7 points last night, and Zach's been a little bit slow. But beginning of the year, Zach is totally balling out. He's averaging 30 for 5 to 7 games or something like that. DeMar's really quiet. And so I just think it's hard to figure out how to get all of these guys to be optimized at the same time. And until that happens, I worry that there's still going to be this your turn, my turn sort of aspect of not necessarily every possession, but hey, you got it this game, so I'm going to let you do that. But what am I supposed to do in the meantime, essentially?
So you're not really looking at you're still looking at this team as a, hey, let's see if they can win some ball games before it's all said and done. Because you're more so still evaluating. Because I read that Sam Amick article, and I thought, why even have a conversation like what you're having?
What do you mean? Like they'll be good at all?
We know that Scott is on the phones, right? So it matters for Doug to a degree.
Well, what are you supposed to do in the
I
meantime?
don't know. I mean, you're not wrong.
Right.
You're not wrong.
I think that's essentially where I'm coming from. It's not like a, hey, you have to see what you have. It's that you have no other choice.
Yeah.
Like
you got to play games.
This is what's in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't want these guys to just be pissed off sitting there, and like the reputation of the Kings could get more tainted if you treat players wrongly throughout this process.
Well, no, and I think Scott Perry is trying to do the complete opposite.
For sure.
You said something earlier that kind of piqued my interest. Obviously, guys don't like moving in the middle, and I don't know DeMar's logistical setup. I know he's got the daughter from back in the day with the Bulls and the screaming with the free throws, but I don't know what his setup is. Outside of the logistics of nobody enjoys moving, even if you're a millionaire. Do you think that DeMar doesn't want to leave the Kings? Because I've always been of the assumption that he wants to get to a contender. That's why he came here, and the Kings are not a contender. Is there a part of you that thinks that DeMar would want to stay? Because when you were bringing up having these conversations and, man, maybe I got to get out of here, maybe I got to get traded, I've always, and Chris Biederman, when he came on the show last week, said, it's been tough. You don't know when you get moved. And I've just been kind of confused thinking, doesn't he want to go? Or why would you want to be here? I don't understand it. So what's your thought on that?
I mean, I think Biederman laid it out really well. Like coming into the year, DeMar had talked about how hard he had worked this offseason. He and Keegan were the two that probably talked about that the most, and how excited they were coming into this year, and he was going to approach it differently, and he felt like mentally he didn't approach last year correctly. And it seemed like there were moments early in this year that started to break him a little bit, understandably so. And so I think that eats at you, and you do, I don't know, just DeMar's never been traded in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
So I don't think that maybe until recently that probably crosses his mind very often, right? He's probably more one-track minded about like, man, how do we get this right? And so I would assume that it's just the human aspect.
That's
of it,
interesting.
really, right?
I mean, when you were saying it, it reminded me of Kevin Durant, where Kevin Durant with the Suns said last season, not that I necessarily thought that the Suns were going to do anything, but I kind of just want to finish the season and finish it out with my guys and see what happens after that.
I'm still in California. I don't know. There are things he could lean into. He probably has good relationships with some of these guys on this team, and he very much leans into a mentor role. Like what he said about Keegan Murray last night is phenomenal. I will point out he has very glowing quotes about Dalen Terry too, for example, and these other guys. Like this is what DeMar does, and Keegan's great. Keegan deserves all the props for sure. But for what it's worth, DeMar does this, and it's a credit to DeMar. But yeah, I mean, I just think that maybe he is at a point because for his basketball career, it probably would be better, right? Like, and he's at a point where you'd imagine he'd like a ring. But
deep
contributing run to that. Yes,
get to a
good
finals
postseason run where like my play actually matters right now. We just talked about it. Like last night, he comes up big, but it's a close game. The Phoenix game, which is game 1 or 2 of the year, DeMar hits a game winner, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And like when it is clutch moments, that's when you're supposed to go to DeMar. And so he probably would like to go to a team where there actually are more clutch moments.
That Mavericks game, the step through.
Yes, last season. Yeah, he had a phenomenal game there in Dallas. So yeah, I mean, I think it will be very team specific to try to figure out where he can go. He was 15 and 15 from the free throw line last night. It's just that on this Kings roster, I don't know that you can get that consistently every single night when you also got to feed the mouths of Zack LaVine. You got to figure out where Dennis Schroeder gets his reps. Malik Monk has 22 last night. That's not going to happen every single night, And so it's cliche, but there's one ball.
I mean, you would hope that at some point it comes from Zack LaVine again. Like the Malik Monk scoring 22 is nice, but he basically just replaced Zack LaVine.
And Zach will have his again, for sure. Like, I just am curious, and this is where the roster imbalance comes in, right? Because you have the guys that can score, and it could be anybody on any given night, and sure, that's a strength of your roster, but it's what I mentioned earlier. When DeMar's going and Zach's not shooting much like last night, what else is Zach doing for you?
I mean, it feels like about game 4 of Zach. And I've tried to give him the benefit of I've been tough on him, but I give him the benefit of the doubt. Is it the back? Whatever it is. But this is not good. It's not good.
I mean, I think the free-flowing offense, trying to maintain more ball movement, doesn't exactly play into his style. It's not that he can't, but I don't think that's fully catering to him necessarily. And again, you kind of got to pick your guy of who are we getting these shots to for this stretch. And it seems to just be who's rolling right now, and that's the easy answer. And Zach's on the outside, but it's, maybe that's where, hey, if Keon's not scoring, like he's doing other things for you, and Malik Monk, I think Malik is a little bit of overlap on this team. I love Malik. I think he's been one of the best Kings players this season, honestly. And the offensive rhythm comes back when he's out there. But what is the point of having him right now, to be honest? Because you have Zach that can do that. You have Dennis that can do that. You have DeMar that can do that. Like, that's just where if you have score-first guys and you don't need their buckets that night, you're not getting much else from them.
Yeah, it's also funny because as you say that, I'm thinking, well, if Zach ain't playing like Zach, then that's part of the problem, and that's why you have Malik. But it's almost funny because I feel like Zach is in a weird spot where he will defer a little bit. And if you didn't have Malik and you said, Zach, there's no Malik to defer to. Figure it out. You know what I mean? Figure it out and get some shots up. And he had the interview with Chris Biederman where he was talking about getting more shots, and then he comes out here and he gets 10. Now, I know he didn't play at the end of the game and he didn't play in overtime, but yeah, I don't know, man. Something is amiss with Zach. And I
think it goes back to what we talked about. I think it was last week when I was in here with you, is like, what is the hierarchy?
Right.
Of who is
Keegan's number one now.
And it should, I'm down.
Yeah.
That sounds great to me.
Yeah.
But there's no clear hierarchy. So it's a lot of these guys coming in and being like, hey, I got to, sacrifice a little bit to help these other guys. And I think sometimes that's just going to mean there's some games where that's more extreme than others.
Yeah.
And there's not a consistency of who's your number one.
Another thing that we had tabled because we wanted to talk to you about it, 11 minutes for Nick Clifford, 5 minutes for Keon Ellis. Look, they're probably going to move Keon Ellis. It is what it is. I would be surprised if they are able to come to an understanding in February and get Keon that extension. But outside of that, at what point does this not become cute anymore? Right? Because Scott Perry gave Doug the green light. Hey, play who's helping the team. You see Zack LaVine on the bench, cool. But at what point are they going to say, all right, well, and some of these guys could help Keegan, right? I mean, Neek could play a little bit more. I know he's not really a 4, but he could play a little bit more so Keegan's not playing 44 minutes.
Yeah.
I know overtime.
If Keon's out there, he can guard Jamal Murray.
Keon can do something, right, to just spell Keegan a little bit. I just feel like we need to have an understanding as to when this thing is going to turn into, as fun as last night was, when this thing is going to turn into, hey, we're getting something out of it. Like that Denzel Washington meme, I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah.
Because right now they're not going to leave with anything. My initial thought is maybe their belief is, hey, it's a long season. We're not even in December yet.
Right.
If we move on, if the young guys don't get to play till mid-January, that's still mid-January, February, March, April. That's still 4 solid months of these guys getting 20, 30 minutes. I'm thinking that's their thought process. Would you agree with that? Because I don't know where else to go, and I don't necessarily want to sit here and minute watch every single day. My thought is let the vets do what they need to do. We got the phones going. They're not going to be here by, at worst, the deadline, February, and then that would still give you at least 3 months where these dudes, Neek and the crew, are getting 30 minutes a night.
Yeah. I think that's the logic for sure. Keon's the unique one, right? Because he's headed into unrestricted free agency, and so you're trying to cater to that relationship a little bit, I think is
I don't
at
think
least
they care.
what the fan base's ideal world is. I agree with you. I don't think the
don't
Kings care. I think Keon is bound to be a sweetener in a deal, unfortunately. And I think kind of makes sense for where the Kings' current reality is. There's no reason, honestly, they should be paying that guy $12 to $15 million a year to be the I think Keon is a great 7th player on a team, but that's a luxury piece when you're trying to they're 5-13.
Well, you could pay a guy 14 mil to come off the bench, but I think they're not. Are they going to pay him? A lot of times you get paid, even in life, right? You get paid, you get a raise because of what you've done.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and maybe another team would say, no, we're going to pay Keon. You get paid for what you've done, but you also get paid for what you're about to do. And Keon is not doing anything right now. So are they just going to give him 14 mil because that's what the market says? And by that time, number one, is Keon still going to value the relationship? And number two, I guess Zach is still going to be there. So DeMar, based on Keegan's timeline, is it DeMar and Malik that are going to be gone by then? I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of things that have to go into it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for a lot of it for me is that I don't know how much better Keon gets from this moment. Mm-hmm. And that's not really a knock on him. Like, again, I think he's a really solid contributor right now. I just think he is a luxury for a Kings team that is not very good.
It would be, I know, and Keon has said as much from an offensive perspective, but I mean, it would be nice just to see. He is, 26? He ain't 32 years old. It would be nice, but I guess we talked about it yesterday. That's not the reality that they live in, and I do believe that Scott Perry doesn't think they'll lose Keon for nothing. At least that's how he's moving. He's moving like he knows, and Sam Amick said in his article that Keon is the most coveted piece. I think Scott Perry is saying he's a little bit older. He's pretty close to his ceiling. That this is somebody that our timelines don't really match up, and we're going to have to just get something back for him.
I think that's essentially what it is. It's the timeline thing, and if you can get another asset in the meanwhile that will align better with that future timeline, then you should do that, And I don't think the value is going to be very good right now because he is headed into unrestricted free agency, and so essentially a team is paying for the right to extend him now, right?
Yeah.
To trade for him, extend him now, make him avoid that unrestricted free agency, which has some value, but not crazy. Like, again, that's why I think it's probably a sweetener. Like, if you're moving one of these main guys, Zach, DeMar, Domas.
I think you could get a low first.
A first?
Yes.
For an expiring guy?
You're going to extend him.
I don't think so.
How about a swap? You move up in the bottom of the first round?
Sure.
To go get Neo from Virginia Tech.
And then the Kings pick ends up being worse.
No.
No, I'm saying you take the Kings' second round pick they have, which will be 40, and then move up to 22 or something.
Writes the swap.
Yeah, something like that. I could see that. Getting a little
wow,
NFL
Brendan.
here.
I didn't want to hear that.
I mean, I don't think he aligns most with the timeline. I think that's.
Did you read the article?
I did.
Most coveted.
I think there's a difference between.
You're like, Allen, the other. That's because the other assets are
this
just
is
bad.
very true. Nobody is interested in the other things.
Not Devin Carter?
And wanting something and what you're willing to pay for him are two totally different things,
No, we get an 18.
And sweetener isn't like, oh, hey, we can't, let's just throw this guy in just to make you guys feel better. Like, he's a sweetener that makes a difference. If you can't get a deal done, that's the guy that you're arguing over for the final piece. Like, if you include Keon.
Like Kaminga.
Maybe a Kaminga deal or something like that, or if they kind of need to offload one of these contracts and you don't want to include
Come on,
picks.
No, we're not doing that, Brendan.
I don't think that's the direction they'll go,
Brendan.
but I could see Keon being included in a deal for one of these larger guys. And to your larger initial point.
Would you move Keon to get off? Because that's the thing, the Zack LaVine situation,
I'm not moving him I'm not dumping guys. I'm not just dumping.
Well, that's what I would just double check it.
Like, I'm not. If it takes me including Keon to get one of these guys off the team, I'm not doing that. Like, you need.
Okay.
I need something in return.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to get a first. You're trying to give a first.
No, I'm not. I just.
You could just buy him out otherwise.
If it's gonna take. I mean, I don't have a deal off the top of my mind, so we'll go back a little bit, like the Denver one before they did Cam Johnson, right? If you're trying to go get Michael Porter Jr., for example, in a Zack LaVine deal,
yeah,
and the only way they're going to do that is, you got to include Keon. Like that's the sort of like sweetener-ish thing I'm talking about. And Michael Porter Jr. is not the most flashy, beautiful deal, but you get my logic, right?
Yeah.
And Kaminga falls into the MPJ thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think reality of he's not really in line with this timeline. But to the point of his minutes, why I think those are a little bit different. But the Neek Clifford ones, if DeMar or Zack is not on this team by the deadline, then sure, obviously Neek will have more minutes. He is still getting enough run to put things on tape that he gets to go back and watch and learn how to do things. And as much as people will roll their eyes at all these vets taking his minutes, like Russ, on all accounts, is a great vet for young guys. DeMar is a phenomenal vet for young guys. Like, it is still helpful to have those guys mentoring him. And you can imagine 5 years from now, Neek being a dang good player and being like, yeah, man, like my mentors were DeMar and Russ.
Yeah.
You know, like that did a lot for me.
Yeah.
And so as long as the minutes pick up as the year goes on, then I'm good with sort of where he's at right now, even if, sure, obviously I'd love to see more. I just think the reality of what they're dealing with, these other guys are going to play, and the minutes that Neek is getting right now is still valuable to his development.
He's Brendan Nunez. You can catch him on X. You can catch him on the Sacktown Sports app and sacktownsports.com. Brendan, thank you so much for joining us. We will talk to you soon, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
On the other side, let's keep the conversation going. What are we going to do with Zack LaVine, and what should the Kings do with Keon Ellis? Allen Stiles, Sacktown Sports.
It's the Black Friday Sell-a-thon at your Future Ford dealers. Get unbelievable pricing on F-150, Bronco, Explorer, Mach-E, and more. The best Ford is a Future Ford. So hurry to Future Ford Lincoln in the Roseville Auto Mall and Future Ford of Sacramento at I-80 in Madison.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Future Ford.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, stepping outside and still seeing some overcast skies. I do expect for the Central Valley, the fog is really not going to mix out that much today. So it'll keep temperatures mid-50s for the afternoon, and more fog expected as we head into Wednesday with likely more dense fog around first thing in the morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
This holiday season, create a fun and joy-filled memory for you and your loved ones. Come light the world and help others in need through the Giving Machine, November 17th through December 8th at the Galleria Mall in Roseville, and in Modesto at Valley Fair Mall, November 21st through December 12th. Choose local charities in your community or global charities worldwide. Feel the joy of Christmas. Go to givingmachine.greatersacramentomodesto.org.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Born in 1892 to a socially prominent family, she was the consummate athlete, proficient in golf, tennis, marksmanship, swimming, and car racing.
Many considered her the greatest horsewoman of the century. She was a pioneer in the field of golf course development with 3 world-class courses on her resume: the Women's National Golf and Tennis Club, Cypress Point, and Paso Tiempo. Working for SFB Morse of Pebble Beach fame led to her second golf course development, which many consider to be the greatest golf course in the world, Cypress Point, where she developed a lifelong friendship and professional relationship with famed architect Alistair McKenzie. Paso Tiempo in Santa Cruz was her third development, where she hosted the likes of Bobby Jones, Will Rogers, Babe Saharias, and more. Today, her place is alongside many others in the World Golf Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Marion Hollins, a visionary golf course architect and pioneer of the game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Allen Stiles. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Great stuff from Brendan Nunez. I was just looking at my phone. I got a text from Chris Watkins. Going to be closer to 1 o'clock, and we will hear from Chris. And it's always good to hear from Brendan. Yeah, it was interesting. It was weird because of how this season has been with the Kings. I got home, and the game was about to start, and I realized I hadn't really – the whole show, we didn't really talk about matchups, right? And I got home, and the game's about to start, and I'm wondering, wait, Keegan is playing, but who's going to guard Ant if Keegan's guarding Julius Randle? And Keegan ended up guarding both, and there was a lot of switching going on, and that's why Precious Achiuwa played so many minutes. But it's just such a unique season where we went 4 hours talking Kings. We had the phone lines off the hook, and we did not talk X's and O's. And I do enjoy talking X's and O's, but it's so weird because as Brendan was going off about the your turn, my turn stuff and all that, I'm also thinking I had to click back into game team evaluation mode because maybe I'm putting too much on that article, but it just made me think of things in the big picture standpoint because I'm just thinking, oh yeah, I guess, yeah, they got to win games. And, we were talking about the Zack LaVine thing is interesting because he's the guy that right now they're probably not moving. So for him to be the one squeezed out right now and, it's due to his play, that's the funny thing about it. Out of all the guys that could move, he's right there with Sabonis and probably more than Sabonis, least likely to move, and he's the one not playing. So it's a funny position that the Kings find themselves in.
Well, this was the conundrum at the start of the year because I remember Dave was big on this, and we talked about it over the summer, but it's like, should this season just be about building up Zack LaVine's trade value? Like, just give him as much run as he wants, see if they can flip him for assets at the deadline kind of situation. And so the weird, paradox is, the more he falls out of favor in the rotation, the less he is able to be traded.
Yeah, that's what we said yesterday. I mean, what we said yesterday specifically was the less he plays, the more likely he is to sign that player option.
Or to opt in,
yeah. To opt into the player option, because why wouldn't you? Nobody's going to come knocking with, 30, 70, whatever the case may be. No, let me just take this $49 million and figure it out later.
Yeah. Sean Cunningham was on the morning show today, and they asked him basically that exact question.
Here's Sean Cunningham,
Who? I don't know.
And his response was basically like, hey, Clutch is good at maneuvering people to where they want to go and maximizing money. But at this point, he feels like it would be malpractice to advise Zack LaVine as his agent to not take that $49 million that is available to him.
Right.
Because he's not going to get that.
No.
Maybe his AAV would make up for the money, but like we talked about yesterday, what is someone going to offer him a 4-year 140 or a 3-year 120 or something like that? I just don't see that being an option.
I mean, you tough it out for a year and you tough it out making $50 million respectively.
I'm like, Zack LaVine, he's made the playoffs, once in his entire career?
And you're an expiring contract, so you might get traded to end a season. Maybe not, because it's still $49 million. And then the season ends, you're $50 million richer, and you can pick wherever you want. And at that point, he's only 32 or something, so he'll probably still get a 3-year deal somewhere. It might be, like I said, it'll be the Tobias Harris, hey, you're worth $25 million now, but that's why you're making sure that you get your $50 million now.
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head with that Tobias Harris thing yesterday. I'm like, damn, this literally is Tobias Harris all over again.
I mean, it is, and Tobias Harris going to get his money. Zach is 30. He's only 30.
Yeah.
So he's going to, you take this money. The Kings can do whatever they want with you. You're going to take your $50 million. If somebody wants to trade for you, cool. And then at the end of the season, you're a free agent. At worst, he's not making anything. I don't know. We talked about it before, but I don't know. He's probably $30 million a year still. 3 years, 3 years, $90 million. Good by me.
Yeah, you're going to end up making 140 over 4 years in that scenario, which is why if he were to opt out, someone would need to be offering him 4 years, 140, because that's what he would make.
Yeah,
just
and
ain't
nobody offering that now.
Well, there is one interesting scenario. And again, I don't know Zach. I don't know his motivations. But if you are making the point, would he opt out for a better situation? We know Zach is, I know I talked about this a little yesterday, but Zach is from, or I guess his family lives in Los Angeles. He went to college at UCLA. Los Angeles is home for him. Austin Reeves is going to be a free agent this summer. So if the Lakers are getting the indication, hey, we're probably going to get outbid for Austin Reeves, and Rich Paul basically ran the Lakers for however many years, could Rich Paul come back to LaVine and be like, hey, Lakers have an opening. They're interested at $30 million a year for 3 years. Do you want to go to the Lakers kind of situation? Like you'd be giving up money, but you'd be back home. Your family's already there.
Yeah, you'd be spreading out. You would be getting a smaller AAV, but you're not technically losing money because it's guaranteed. You'd be guaranteed 90.
Yeah,
right?
But in that scenario, you probably would be losing money you would have been able to make on the back end. But it's like, hey, in exchange for 20, again, I don't know Zach. I don't know what his motivations are.
I don't think I make too much money. I think I get paid more.
But if that's a appealing situation, maybe he opts out just to go to the Lakers because the Lakers are going to lose Austin Reeves.
I think it's possible, and we're doing some hardcore pocket watching here. It's just, I think anything is possible if you know that your time is coming to a close, and Zack LaVine, the season is still young, but he is 30, and he is probably not a part. He is. I don't think he is a part of the. You know what's interesting? I don't know, Kyle. Is there a world would he do the same thing? I know you're saying it because it's the Lakers, but is there a world where he does it? And we've done the math, but I'm not talking about trying to make up the $49 million. But is there a world where it's, hey, $32 million a year for 3 years. Let's keep Zack LaVine. Is that a world that Kings fans would be interested in? It's still Keegan's go round. That $32 million a year for Zack LaVine as your two guard, right? Now, it would be nice to still have Keon, but you're most likely not going to have Keon. Is that appealing at all? If you're Zack LaVine, well, why don't I just stay and make my $49 million? That's what I would say. But yeah, it's gonna be something to keep an eye on throughout the rest of the season. Because right now, and Dwayne Baker on the chat is saying Could it be that Zach knew he didn't have his shot last night, did what he could, dishing, defending, and getting in passing lanes, and Doug kept riding those 5 down the stretch? But yeah, we're on game 4 of that. You know what I mean? This is not a one-off. If you look at the last 5, Zach hasn't been closing. So if it was a one-off, we wouldn't be talking about it. He's not closing.
He also told Chris Biederman, I want to close.
Yeah, he told Chris Biederman he wanted more shots as well. It just, something is off right now, and they're trying to get it right. And now that they've won games, it's funny. They continued to not close with him when they weren't winning games. Now they're actually winning games. They won a couple games, so now there's even more of a reason for Zach to not close. So what are you going to do? Chris Watkins is going to join us at some point between now and 1 o'clock. So when we have Chris on, we will get into the weeds on how Chris is feeling on all of this. We do have a little brief respite from specific Kings talk, but it is Kings talk because we're talking about what's going on with LaMelo Ball and the report that was denied and then brought back up, and also Ja Morant and the Klay Thompson beef before that gets too old, because I definitely want to talk about it and why it has made me even more out on Ja Morant. Allen Stiles, Sacktown Sports.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Cameron, I just think we need to, see other people.
Are you trading me in?
No, a trade-in is what I'm getting from Kitchen Mart.
A trade-in?
Right now, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 credit when you trade in your old kitchen countertops for something worth showing off, like granite, marble, or solid surface.
I'm not worth showing off?
Not like the stunning new quartz countertops Kitchen Mart just installed for Karen and Tom. Durable, easy cleanup, made their kitchen look brand new. And Kitchen Mart gave them a $750 trade-in credit to haul off their ugly old tile and grout countertop.
You're dumping me.
That's harsh. You want me to wait till I get the new countertops from Kitchen Mart?
At least hold off till Wednesday. I'm seeing Susan.
Susan!
Now's the perfect time to trade up to beautiful new quartz, granite, marble, or solid surface countertops. Because for a limited time, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 trade-in credit for your old countertops. Go to kitchenmart.com today and schedule a free in-home consultation and save $750 off new countertops.
No one does it better than KitchenMart.com.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Allen Stiles
You can join the show by texting 916-339-1140.
on Sacktown Sports.
The report that was denied, but it was still pushed out, and a lot of people are talking about it. LaMelo Ball growing frustrated with the Hornets. Well, I'd be frustrated if I were the Hornets. When are you going to play? I mean, what are you frustrated about? Brother, we never see you on the court.
I mean, they also never win. You know what's crazy? They're
Isn't that on him? I mean, now they got Kneppel. They got Liam McNeely.
They got Cockbrenner.
They got that guy.
You just don't want to say his name.
They got Brandon Miller, who also can't stay on said court.
Yeah. Grant Williams is still there.
Why are you mad at us? Is he mad at the trainers? Is he mad at doesn't he wear Puma?
He does.
Mad at Puma?
But he also used to be wearing his dad's terrible shoes, which ruined Lonzo's knees.
Somebody said that he needs to call Steph for those thick ankle. Whatever Steph did to his ankles, Lonzo or LaMelo needs to do it.
Didn't he have like a reconstructive surgery or something?
Whatever it is, man.
One day the ankles were just fine for Steph.
Before we get to this LaMelo report, I want to get to this because that is more evergreen than Ja Morant versus Klay Thompson. Can I just say, when that happened over the weekend, I was floored. I mean, Ja Morant to me, and this is outside of Klay, the accolades. Well, Klay was never a number one, anything like that. Ja Morant calling somebody a bum from the bench is like saying someone has a bad haircut if you're bald. That's what it feels like to me. Like, who are you to call me a bum when you're not playing?
I also saw a crazy stat from Tom Haverstraw that said since Klay came back from torn ACL and Achilles, he's played more games than Ja.
I saw that. Now, look, you could be bald and still acknowledge, hey, that person does have a bad haircut, but it's just something that maybe not. Right? Klay has been bad. Last time I saw him at the side of the backboard. But Ja, you don't play. And Klay roasted. Klay destroyed. He said he doesn't take accountability. That's been the story of his career. And he said he's talking from the sidelines, been the story of his career. Ja got flambéed. He got cooked, fried, and roasted. And I got to say, good for Clay because Ja is tripping. And I don't want that brother anywhere, especially this is such perfect timing that and Dave was all over this, that the Kings are not going to buy deeper into this roster because keep Ja Morant as far from Sacramento as possible. I know I tried to talk myself into it. I know, but he doesn't play. He's a brick. And I just don't think, no, we got Keegan taking accountability. We got Keegan wanting to take the next step. We got Keegan who's a husband. We got Keegan doing all these things. And you want to infect him? Infect him with Ja, with who? With Ja. He's Street Clothes Jr.
Who's senior?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, okay.
He is Street Clothes Jr.
Because you said keep Ja Morant as far away from Sacramento as you can, but technically Charlotte is further than Memphis.
Go. Just go, Ja. That was ridiculous. The lack of self-awareness, and I might say, and it's crazy, and I'm not coming at you, Kyle, because of the whole Gen Z thing, because I don't know how old these people were, but the people defending Ja, because I guess his peak was higher than Clay's. We're just looking at the game incomplete. Because I'm not even doing the ring culture thing. I'm really not. But it's just crazy to me. And there is a level of respect out there. Again, Ja could have been a minus 1,000. And Ja could have made no points like Klay Thompson in that playing game. I would not care, Kyle, if he were playing. This all goes out the window if Ja is in a jersey. But he's in a Nike Tech Fit talking crazy to Clay. That's incredible to me.
Wait, Ja Morant's peak. He's only 26.
Well,
is it over?
He's washed.
Okay. I
don't know that he's washed, but he told us he's not dunking anymore, and he can't shoot, and he can't defend.
So here's kind of the thing with because I didn't realize people were making the basketball defense of Ja Morant over Klay Thompson.
Yes, it was actually happening.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Clay's the 78th best player of all time, or whatever that list was.
People said Ja is actually better than Klay now, and I was, you sure? Have you seen Ja act? Well, you haven't because he's not on the court, but even when he does play, he was terrible.
Yeah, I mean the Ja was out of pocket. I will definitely get that. But to your point about bald man calling out a bad haircut, sometimes bald can be a style. And Ja Morant has gone for that as his style. Because this all goes back to the 4 rings. They've had beef for years. It's not like this came out of nowhere.
Right.
Ja and the Warriors and Ja and Clay have had beef for years, going all the way back to Clay flashing the four fingers at him. I got 4 rings.
Well,
thing.
it was the Jaren Jackson Jr. thing.
Yeah.
It's been going on.
But that's why I didn't feel like, Ja, what are you doing? This is he was out of pocket, but him and Clay have had the beef for years. And yeah, maybe not the greatest time to come after Clay.
Yeah.
Totally fair. But it's not like this was completely out of nowhere.
I hear you on that. That's probably one of the better arguments I've heard. To me, I don't have a problem with it at all if you're playing. You're outside the club, right? You can't even get in. You're making fun of me because I don't got bottle service, but you're outside the club. And I'm not coming, by the way, before anybody gets mad at me, I'm not coming at my bald brethren. So I'll throw myself under the bus as well. That's like me saying somebody ain't tall enough. Is that better? So we're all safe now. We're all in this together. That's like me saying, oh my goodness, why would you be into that guy? He ain't tall enough. That's like me saying that, right? It would be ridiculous. Now maybe he's only 6 foot, but he got a couple inches on me, so who am I to say something?
That's crazy.
Don't cut that. Don't cut that. So there you go.
I think my last thought on it is Worldwide Wob had a great point, which this is the most millennial versus Gen Z beef ever, which is Gen Z calling somebody trash while not performing at all, not working while calling somebody trash. Millennial giving unsolicited advice to young person who doesn't want it.
That's right. Kyle, we got enough time to do the Kelly Eco. Should we do it let's do it now? Let's do it now.
We got Chris Watkins coming real quick.
Let's hear, from Kelly
It's
Eco.
understandable. I've been in this game a long time. You understand. Star player is frustrated. Report comes out. Star player denies it. And in the middle of the night, weeks down the line, months down the line when he's traded, no one circles back to it. So I wasn't fazed. I wasn't surprised by it. I knew it was coming. it's the politics of it all. So it wasn't a surprise to me.
That was Kelly Iko of Yahoo Sports, and he was on with Kevin O'Connor. And they were talking about LaMelo. He came out and said, he wrote an article, said LaMelo ain't happy, and LaMelo denied it, but it's starting to, the armors are starting to crack that LaMelo isn't happy, and that he might want out of Charlotte. And look, man, I don't know what he's done. Him, all these guys, him, Brandon Ayuk, what are y'all mad? You're not playing. What are y'all mad at?
It's also, I tried to come up with trades for the Kings.
Kaminga, what are you mad at? Well, I know why Kaminga, you don't play.
Well, Kaminga, he don't like Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr don't like him.
But what are we mad at, guys? What are we mad at?
I don't know, dude. I mean, LaMelo, it's just the losing.
Yeah. And a lot of people think he's empty calories, so it'll be interesting who is interested in him. But no, don't even think about it, Sacramento Kings. No, we're starting fresh. Or are we? Chris Watkins joins us on the other side, on Side on Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Get more value for your money with the new owners at Elk Grove Chevrolet. Right now, supplier pricing is available to everyone, making it easier than ever to drive home in your dream car. Check out the amazing Black Friday specials online, like $5,000 off on the 2025 Colorado. Choose from a wide selection of new and used Chevrolets, plus flexible financing and expert maintenance. Visit them today and experience the difference. MyElkGroveChevrolet.com, where savings and service come standard.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little hope over here?
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
KNCI's Country in the Park is back May 8th and 9th, Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, Sean Party, Chris Young, and Pike Troubadour, Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, Mechanical Bull, huge festival area, food trucks. KNCI's Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Tickets are on sale now at CITPfest.com.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now for the last 2 years, I've been sharing the great experience I've had being a customer of Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the sales department to the service department, they're top notch. And now is the perfect time for you to have the MB of Stockton experience. The Mercedes-Benz holiday celebration is on, and that means you can get super low rates on new and certified pre-owned models. Plus, they'll throw in 3 years of prepaid maintenance on select models. They make it easy and affordable for you to drive away in the car of your dreams. And if you have a trade-in, well, they're looking for all vehicles to purchase. Any makes, any models, just holler at my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is the gift that keeps on giving. So take the short drive down I-5 and visit my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And while you're there, tell them Drape sent you.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local.
It's Allen Stiles
on Sacktown Sports.
One o'clock hour, wow. Top 5 fastest show we've ever done. Easily.
Wow.
Easily. All right, thank you to Brendan Nunez. We have hit the 1 o'clock hour. It's not the Dirty 30 yet. That's in 30 minutes. And to kick off the 1 o'clock hour, we are joined by Chris Watkins. Come on, baby. Chris Watkins.
Yeah, we got to keep this thing going.
All right, now we've hit the 1 o'clock hour, so now we can do it now. We were joking about how Nick Wright said, why do sports shows still feel like they have to do the Thanksgiving thing and talk about everyone's favorite meal?
Right, of course.
And we did it last year anyway, so now we're just going to continue to do it.
Okay.
Because I think people do like to know.
Yeah.
It's one time a year.
Literally one day.
That's it, Nick Wright.
Come on,
all right?
relax,
so
brother.
just give it a rest. So Chris and Kyle, play the Chet Holmgren. This is what Chet Holmgren likes.
Oxtails, ribs, cornbread, greens.
So yeah, we're trying to get his official nickname to be the Big Oxtail.
If I'm not mistaken, also Chet Holmgren's like from Minnesota.
That's right. I don't know where they get the oxtails out there.
Minnesota to Gonzaga.
Like I don't know who necessarily has.
Bless him. Bless that.
Is
man,
that it's just so random? The oxtail and the ribs for me.
Yeah, it's like nobody double proteins. I mean, you might get like a turkey ham. Nobody's going oxtail.
We're not going too dark.
Right, too dark meats too.
We're not doing that.
Also, oxtail. This fool's 7 feet tall. Who's feeding oxtail to a 7-footer? Like
I don't know.
That's a delicacy.
There's a lot of oxtails, and they're not cheap these days.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Shout out Fixins. All right.
Yeah, come on,
Kyle or Chris. Give us your ideal plate.
It's just a force of habit, you know?
Yeah, give us your ideal plate.
Ham over turkey for sure. Got a ham.
Okay.
Throw some green beans on there. Get some form of like mashed potato cheese situation. Mac and cheese is always like but it's got to be quality. And I know you're like a mac and cheese connoisseur, and so it's like it's one of those Wi-Fi situations where I think like bad Wi-Fi is worse than no Wi-Fi, and so agree. Bad mac and cheese is worse than no mac and cheese. So I would rather like if it's not good, like I'm not touching it. And that's honestly probably it.
Okay,
like, you don't need much, and got to have like sparkling cider or something on the side.
I remember when we had Stiles and Watkins,
dude. It's like a year ago at this point.
I know.
That's also here. We're doing your thizzle.
Thank you. But I remember talking about you being very invested in the fact that I made tri-tip on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because like that's
and you were very thrown.
Bro, that's top tier.
You were thrown for a loop. I mean, so I'm doing it again. I said, hey, you want me to pay? You want me to get this tri-tip or not? And wifey is she's at. Well, I don't want it free. She's at the grocery store, the big grocery store where you get a lot of stuff.
Gotcha, for sure.
Right? And it's all in bulk. Yes, it's all in bulk. And free samples, right? And chicken bakes.
Gotcha.
Okay, now they have stromboli.
There you go.
Very good. And she went to get the tri-tip. I'm waiting for the Venmo.
Okay.
I do not want to get the Venmo.
That place does not have cheap meats.
I do not want to get the Venmo. So the tri-tip is happening again. My whole thing with mac and cheese, and we're going to talk to Chris about what happened last night with the Kings. Really don't get me wrong. But my whole thing with mac and cheese, there's two types of mac and cheese, okay? There's a creamier mac and cheese, kind of skillet creamy mac and cheese. Then there's baked, right? It's stringier. Right. It's gooey, there's two different types. I'm a skillet creamy guy.
For sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
And now some
But
people...
that's not typically what you see out in the wild.
No. More traditional would be the baked, and I just don't necessarily love...
mass consumption.
Yeah, how the cheese, does to the cheese.
Agreed.
So wifey does make the creamy mac, so that's going to be on the plate, of course. You got the shells. We got the tri-tip. You know, mom is making the rice and peas, all right, because we need the Panamanian flair in there. We got the corn. We got Hawaiian rolls.
Of course.
Just
I mean, one or
easier.
the other. Yeah, exactly.
We got the turkey. I don't know what the heck my mom's doing to the turkey. She's making about 7 pies. I don't know why. I said do less.
Yeah.
She does more. I think little sister's coming in with the stuffing. I said, hey, just make this is my thing with my mom and my sister. Just remember when we were watching the draft, I say the name, right? Just say the name.
Yeah.
Just make normal stuffing.
Right.
I don't need no type of remixes with mushroom and, garbanzo beans.
Right.
No, let's just make it normal how I like it.
For sure. Absolutely.
Just make it how we all like it.
Yeah, stuffing is like
she did it with mac and cheese.
Just hit a single with the stuffing.
She did it with mac and cheese. She got banned.
Yep.
Got banned, and we were trying to give my wife a break. We said, no, we got to step you back in.
Yeah.
You're the closer.
Yep.
So my whole thing is there are days where you can experiment. Thanksgiving is not the day.
No.
Just like they tell us on the radio and in content in general, play the hits sometimes.
It's the final. Like, that's
just
the final.
play the hits.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need you, hey, well, I was just trying to. No. Just play the hits, Chris.
No, exactly. I 100% agree. I mean, you prepare. It's like, to me, it's the finals. Like you prepare all year for this. Like this is your time to shine, and it's not the time for. If you are going to experiment, you better have experimented a month ago and tried to figure it out.
Like a wedding, you tried it out.
Exactly.
Hey, did you like this?
100%.
And go from there.
Yep.
All right. 916 says, hell yeah, I got a tri-tip from the farmer's market for Thanksgiving this year too. Hell. That's what I like to hear.
Dude, yeah,
that's what I like to hear, 916. All right, Chris, thank you for that. Thank you for that. We stopped at 5 minutes, so Boss Man won't get mad at us. Now let's move forward. You were in the building last night. Yeah. It was incredible. You've seen this team. I'm calling them the House Money Kings. You've seen this team, the Beam team. You've seen the Rebeam team or the Interim Beam team. What were the vibes like for you last night? Did it feel like something you haven't got to experience in a while? Are you compartmentalizing what Scott Perry said to Sam Amick versus last night? What are your initial takeaways on what you watched?
Last night was fun, first and foremost. Like, I think that's been something that has just been deprived of Kings basketball for a while. And, Sunday was also, or Saturday, I'm sorry, the win against Denver was also just good to, like, feel good. And even if they didn't get the win yesterday, like, they were competitive. And I think that's obviously just a step forward from, like, the 40-point blowout. So, the main thing was Keegan. Like, Keegan is absolutely the thing that everybody's going to leave yesterday, and it's what you're going to want to talk about. I mean, 26 points, is 15 boards, which kind of came out of nowhere.
They actually took one away.
Did they really? So he ended up with 14?
Yeah, tying his career. That's crazy.
It's not as exciting. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, prop talk. I mean, he would have already blew it out the water, but
I'm sure.
I would have been ticked.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good, solid win. I think I'm still trying to figure out where this team is going to fall, because I really wasn't somebody who was buying into they've played the toughest schedule in the league. Now they have the easiest schedule in the league. Like, things will even out to an extent. I kind of believed more so that this team had just shown us a lot that they just aren't good. And yes, they were bad team playing good teams, but they're just going to continue to be a bad team. I don't think that they're going to rise to become average. I just kind of feel like I'm still trying to figure out where they are, and these past 2 wins are the only reason why I'm reconsidering even a little bit, because I was pretty sold that this thing was cooked and there was no hope. Like, we were a Saturday loss in Denver away from the wheels just completely falling off this thing, and with Domantas Sabonis' injury as well, like the writing seemed like it was like on the wall, painted, smeared in blood, like it was permanent. Like it was very clear where this thing was heading. And so now with these past 2 wins, I'm not saying we need to reshape the play-in race or anything like that, but it's just, I wonder if maybe they're going to try and be competitive for longer than what maybe it seemed a week ago.
And that's the thing with what Scott Perry said. Everything, and he's very smart at this, right? He was on a podcast. Okay.
Yeah, you better have listened.
And listen to my don't forget my podcast.
That's right.
Because everything was open-ended.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Very
So
fluid, too.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
not
right.
necessarily we're blowing this
Sliding
thing
scale.
up. I think the calls are still going to happen. Don't get me wrong. But Chris, I don't know. They're a couple games out of the 10 seed, which I know we don't care about. But this is what's coming up next. You get the Suns, who've been playing really well.
They have.
But you do owe them one. And I know, and it's crazy that I'm talking like this with no Domantas Sabonis, which is a conversation for a different day as far as his value is concerned. But you get the Suns, who've been playing well, but you owe them one. Then you get the Jazz, who I know they're big, but you did get them last game, and they're not good, and that's in Utah. Then after that, another team you really owe one.
Right.
You get the Grizzlies.
Right.
So you get the Suns, Jazz, Grizzlies. You go 2 out of 3 there.
Right.
You've won 4 out of your last 5. You start cooking here. Is there any part of you, and after that they get the Rockets, and then the Heat, then the Pacers.
But my math real quick, they'd be like 7-14 at that point.
At that
Let's
point,
say if they win, 2 of their next 3.
At that point, or 7-15, I guess.
Something like,
So you after that you get the Rockets in Houston. That's a toughie. You get the Heat in Miami, which is always tough. You get the Pacers in Indiana. Sure. That should be a W. Then you get a little mini baseball back-to-back with the Blazers. 2 against the, not back-to-back, but you play them twice. Then you get the Rockets at home, the Pistons at home. So with that being said, is there any worry that this team is just going to start to flirt? And I know they said they weren't going to dip back into any of these conversations with definitely not Ja, but buying into anything. I know Dave said, I don't even know if I want John Collins. It might make them too good.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Is there any worry, or is it, hey, this thing is going to be fine. Let's just enjoy some wins because, I mean, the real easy part of the schedule happens after the trade deadline. I just named off 3. Then you get you have the Rockets mixed in there, the Blazers twice, the Rockets again, the Pistons, the Lakers,
the league
Celtics.
is so deep right now that it's like unless you're playing the Wizards, Hornets, and frankly, the Kings or the Jazz or something like that.
They'd have to get real hot. They would have to get
real hot. Like they're what are they? They are 8 games below 500 or above below 500 right now. Like it would take a pretty significant, winning 2 of your next 3 would definitely go a long way. But even then, you would have to go on some form of a winning streak. And I just from what we've seen from this team, I'm not going to let 2 games of solid play. Minnesota, the Denver loss, I think from the Denver side of things, I think you can explain it. Second night of a back-to-back, it did really seem like they were pretty exhausted, and it felt like, funny enough, the Denver altitude might have hurt them in that case. But the Minnesota one, I'm still trying to figure out what really happened on the Minnesota side. I'm not willing to.
Well, that offense was a nightmare.
Was it not? Like it was so strange.
His aunt was just like, I guess I'll shoot it.
He has not been aggressive, and especially with no Sabonis out there to not have Gobert, McDaniels, and Julius Randle just attack the rim, and Ant for that matter, just attack the rim relentlessly. Strange decision from Chris Finch.
Yeah, Nas
borderline
was just there.
Like not a good coaching game from Chris Finch because the Timberwolves feel like a team that should just blow out the Kings, but nonetheless, Kings
no
took advantage.
Sabonis too.
Yeah, no Sabonis, exactly. Their only height. Nonetheless, I think I'm just more so saying I'm not ready to fully change the narrative on this Kings team just because they've gotten 2 really good wins these past 2 games, but I've just the overwhelming resume of this year's squad says that we're going to be right back to double-digit losses here pretty soon.
With that being said, did you feel, and maybe I'm putting too much on this, but did you feel like you were watching the team with a different lens or a different scope because of the Sam Amick article? Because I felt like I was. I felt like they played differently, to be honest with you. I said that on social media. I felt like they played differently. I felt like it was out in the open, the cat's out the bag. We ain't stupid, right? We know this team ain't. There's not going to be a parade, right? So we're going to ride this thing until the calls start coming in.
Yeah, I personally didn't have it in my mind, but people definitely seem to have noticed the Kings' effort level yesterday seemed to have been on a different level. I have a tough time kind of gauging those kind of things. I think it's obvious when like Malik dives for that loose ball.
Man, that was crazy.
That's guys.
And you got one up. You had a picture.
Yeah.
And then your picture started doing well on social media. Then an actual photographer put
Shout out Rocky, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was an incredible photo.
You got one up, but I still remember your OG.
Yeah, many do. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging my photo. Many haven't. Sorry, that's way too behind the scenes.
No, it's okay.
I think that I think more so the 40-point losses wake the team up than Sam Amick's article. And no disrespect to Sam, but I think even he would tell you, like, I don't think many people in that locker room read the article. I don't think many people in the locker room are probably even aware that it dropped.
Yeah.
Doug was asked about it to an extent in pregame, and he said, that's great Scott said that. Like, I didn't know he said that publicly, and so that tells me, again, like, Doug definitely, or at least was giving the appearance of not knowing that of the article's existence. I don't know. I think the team got embarrassed by 40 points, and they nothing sobers you up more quickly than getting humbled and embarrassed like that. And so I think these past two games have just been, in my opinion, a direct reflection of that these guys, thankfully, these veterans have enough pride to not continually get embarrassed. And hopefully it continues because, DeMar has been great here recently after a really rough stretch during that 7-game losing streak or 8-game losing streak. And, I think it's more of that than these guys kind of now being put on notice because of the article.
How would you fix Zack LaVine?
I would pay him less money, and I think
you can't do that now.
People would probably have a different perception of him. I kind of feel like this is not this exact. Like, what did he finish with yesterday? It was 3 of 10, 7 points. Like that's
crazy.
But to an extent, like I think it's kind of like the Keon conversation that we had earlier in the season, where I just kind of think that if Zack LaVine is going to be on any other team, like it's going to have to be more so not 7 points, but it's going to be more in like a secondary, tertiary role. And he's got to figure out how to play off ball. Like, frankly, it's been the most disappointing thing about Zack is it just feels like the only way he's going to be productive is him having the ball in his hands. And I think performances like last night are a direct indication of that. Like, he had that moment in the fourth quarter where he had that crazy dunk. And I looked up and I was like, he's got 7 points. Like, this is crazy. And so I think he's just got to figure out ways to be effective off ball and be better at just kind of being a team player. Like, I'm not necessarily saying he's selfish or anything, but 7 assists last night. Let's see here, 3 rebounds. He played 31 minutes.
Yeah.
You scored 7 points. Like, you better affect the game in some other way.
7 assists pretty good? There's no way he had 7.
No. I'm sorry. Did I say 7? Russell Westbrook had 7. He had 1.
Yeah.
1 assist, 3 rebounds.
I was going to say
I didn't
7
know. I'm
for
sorry.
Zack.
I didn't mean to say 7 if
Yeah.
I said it. Russ is right under him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. It's not about being selfish. It's just about
you got to change
figuring
your style,
out how you're going to fit. Yeah. And he's 30, so when we say the old dog new tricks, when we say expecting DeMar DeRozan to play differently at this age is kind of nuts. Expecting Russell Westbrook to play differently, but you're 30. You can get another contract somewhere. Yes. It's not about the Kings even.
No,
but wherever you go next. Yeah. Unless you're trying to take $15 million, you're not going to be a super sub. You're going to be a starter, and they're going to expect you. Now, maybe there's a team out there that better fits what he's doing. I almost want to take some time and just watch what was happening on the Bulls when he was scoring 24 a game. I just want to watch what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think about the other day, like, how did we get to this point with Zack LaVine? And, it's pretty interesting when you think about, like, he really was never meant to be a number one scorer. Like, when he was drafted, he was, he was kind of the second, like, he was kind of an afterthought with that team. Definitely a young prospect, obviously had all the hops, but he just kind of ended up being nobody expected him to be all-star quality, ended up being a great scorer, but even then was like the third option behind Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. Right. Only when the Jimmy Butler trade happens and he goes to Chicago, a Chicago situation that has nothing, does he kind of get the avenue to be a young player who has tons of ability but is on a team that doesn't have anything else. And so he kind of gets to take the mantle, and I think it was just a situation where he was the best player on a really, really, really bad team. Yeah. And, he again, probably was more suited to try and be groomed as that third option behind a Karl Anthony Towns, behind an Andrew Wiggins, that's really where I think Zack LaVine would thrive. He would be an incredible third scoring option. Think of him, as a third scoring option in Denver. Like if he were to replace the Michael Porter Jr. minutes, like that's the exact kind of role where Zack LaVine feels like he could be on a championship team. And so I feel like that's kind of where things went wrong with him. And I think it at 30 years old now, the past 4 or 5 seasons being in Chicago, he's kind of just been groomed out of the guy that he came up in the league as. And now he kind of views himself or not even views himself. I think the way that he now plays the game is I'm the dude. And, that's kind of how I know how to play that's how I know how to exist in the NBA. I never really fully got brought up learning how to be a role player in the NBA. Only this scoring, ISO-centric guy.
Yeah, and obviously it's only been a couple wins for the Kings, so we're not trying to make any large proclamations. But Domantas Sabonis didn't play in either one of those games. And the Kings, so funny how the Kings are managing, even when they do something good, they're managing to kind of get in their own way. Their 2 worst contracts are not contributing to these wins. Zack LaVine is scoring 7 points and not closing, and Domantas Sabonis is not playing.
Right.
So get comfy in Sacramento. That's what I would say.
That's
because,
fair.
I mean, if there's any world where Zack LaVine is opting out, it's because he's getting that money in a potential new deal. And he ain't getting a potential new deal that's going to be anything like $49 million a year either way. But specifically, if he's doing this, I don't know what to do with Domantas Sabonis' value. And maybe this will be a flash in the pan. And it'll be, especially, they're, about to take out the Suns. They're going to have Mark Williams, and then they're going to have the Jazz, who are huge. So maybe it'll be, okay, let's pump the brakes here. But yeah, man, I mean, days like this, it's kind of, you face Gobert and you won. Maybe that has more to do, you face Jokic and you won. Maybe that has to do with these teams. But yeah, the Domantas Sabonis value thing, and I'm going to, could he ask out or whatever it is, it's just not good to me. It's not, I mean, I just don't know what team is going to say, yeah, we're going to give up these picks and we're going to pay Domantas Sabonis $40 million for 2-3 more years in the year 2025.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what situation, because the problem with him making so much money is it just kind of by inherently means that he has to be like your second or probably like your second best option, unless you're just getting like crazy value on a rookie or something like that. And I kind of have started to wonder if like OKC is weirdly like a perfect fit for him. I know, they obviously have like, I think I looked it up, they have 4 of the 30 first-round picks this year. And so there's been a point where OKC quite literally cannot field those play, like unless they're going to cut guys that are actively contributing to their championship. Do they want to add 4 rookies to their roster? I think maybe there's a world where the Kings could get a pretty decent lottery first-round pick this year for Sabonis, and maybe some decent pieces that again we're on a championship
AJ
team.
Mitchell's
Bro, any of those? Can we get any of those guys?
Isaiah
Just
Joe.
any of, I do not care. Beggars cannot be choosers. I will take any of those guys and be happy with it. And I think the overall problem might become what is the, like, you're trading Sabonis, but like what is the piece? It might just truly end up being that first round pick, but I think that's more of the situation, Golden State, maybe if they want to open those conversations. Like, there isn't many teams, to your point, that make a lot of sense for Domantas Sabonis. I don't know how the Lakers can figure out the cap gymnastics. I don't think they can, but I know they've been a team that is allegedly rumored to have interest in Sabonis.
And Kings get DeAndre Ayton?
I don't know what it would be like, right? Would it not have to be like Austin Reeves, which I don't think they would be excited about? Like, it feels like the Kings would actually be getting the
he could land Rui, though.
Was I going to say the better player in that trade? But I mean, I don't know.
Give me Rui.
Yeah.
I need Rui.
I mean, I think that there's a couple teams that make sense, but those teams also have to be in a very specific situation, and those teams also have to convince themselves that this is the last piece, because there's not really anything else after that, and it walks into, I mean, it's a problem for those teams to convince themselves of, but those teams are still going to have a problem with trying to figure out the Domantas Sabonis defense problem too. Like, if he goes, for example, to the Lakers, Luka, LeBron, and Sabonis aren't winning anything.
No, it's 160 to 170 every night. Did you see the Jake Fisher
Yes. Yeah.
About Miami.
Yes. Was that for Sabonis or was that?
Yeah, it was Sabonis.
I don't think I saw the
pairing him with Bam, which I didn't get, but I thought maybe you would get it. I don't get that.
No, I think Bam is slightly overrated defensively. I don't think he's bad or anything. I just don't think he's like necessarily, like an Evan Mobley. Like I think those guys are just a little bit more. Like I think Bam is a great. I can be a small ball 5, and like actually just be a 5 period. But I think him and Sabonis both being undersized, probably like I don't think one of those guys shoots well enough for it to make sense.
Yeah, apparently Bam's putting up 5 a game, but we don't know why.
Yeah,
we don't know how.
It's kind of been a progressive journey with him.
Yeah.
I'd be willing, I guess, to hear it out, but I wouldn't think immediately like that's going to work out for sure. But Miami is a decent situation for him. It's funny that, I don't know, I just feel like all of these situations, DeMar makes more sense. Like, even as I say OKC, like, I think DeMar and OKC is, like, incredible for them. And if we're talking pieces in return, I kind of think that's maybe an easier deal to make. And I would say same with, like, the Lakers as well. And all these teams. It just feels like Sabonis and LaVine are just the two guys that are so hard to move. But frankly, I mean, I really think I would rather have DeMar DeRozan and like Russell Westbrook be the only veterans that stick around on this roster at the end of the year. But it feels like those are probably the two that have the best value and probably won't. Like, I think it's not being talked about enough that Russ is probably got really, really decent value right now on a league minimum deal. And it feels like the Kings might be more willing to kind of deal out the Keons and the Russell Westbrooks before they go for the top end guys.
Yeah, it depends on what they are putting their foot down saying we need this as valuable. Well, Chris Watkins, he's valuable to everyone around him. Chris Watkins, fresh haircut, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Chris, thank you so much
good luck
for
on your dirty
joining us. Oh, thank you. We are entering the Dirty 30. Chris, thanks again, and we will be right back talking more Kings as well as Brock Purdy, the Brock Star versus Mr. Irrelevant. Allen Stiles, Show on Sportsman.
This Sponsor the Clock is brought to you by Light the World Giving Machine.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Future Ford.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, stepping outside and still seeing some overcast skies. I do expect for the Central Valley, the fog is really not going to mix out that much today. So it'll keep temperatures mid-50s for the afternoon and more fog expected as we head into Wednesday with likely more dense fog around first thing in the morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's the Black Friday Sell-a-thon at your Future Ford dealers. Get unbelievable pricing on F-150, Bronco, Explorer, Mach-E, and more. The best Ford is a Future Ford. So hurry to Future Ford Lincoln in the Roseville Auto Mall and Future Ford of Sacramento at I-80 in Madison.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Catch all the action at Sky River Casino. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room. Plus, with 18 elevated restaurants, bars, and lounge destinations, and Sky River rewards that add up and up. There's something for everyone. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun and experience new heights. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
No payments for 90 days at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. That's right, no payments until February 2026 on every new Ram, Jeep Wrangler, Gladiator, even the Pacifica. No payments for 90 days on every new vehicle in stock at the guaranteed lowest price. You can check out their full lineup at sacksuperstore.com or stop on by. They're centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's the place where a handshake still means something. And right now, no payments for 90 days on every new vehicle in stock.
Listen to the 49ers Red Zone Report daily, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be.
Allen Stiles. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Man, oh man, what a show it has been. Thank you to Brendan Nunez. Thank you to Chris Watkins, of course. And we have entered the 30-30. And it ain't going to be that dirty today. We don't have that much to do. No dog segment, no game. We do want to get to this Niner game, which was awful. And we knew it would be awful,
I mean, technically, this is our last show together until Monday, so we could do triple dog segment.
No, I'm not.
You don't want to pick dogs?
No, we are not doing that, man. Now, once it gets sponsored, we'll do it. But we ain't doing that.
That dog is ugly.
We ain't doing that right now. 20-9. The Panthers are cats, but either way, they were ugly last night. No, hey. Don't disrespect Dinger like that and use that sound for those pathetic Panthers. Are they the most fraudulent 500 team you've ever seen?
I don't know. The Bears are 8-3.
Well, yeah. But hey, Caleb, my boy Caleb going crazy.
Yeah, so many one-score games. What was that? Whatever that one year that Kirk Cousins went like 12-5 or 13-4 and lost to the Giants in the playoffs. That's the most fraudulent team I've ever seen.
Wasn't that? No, and then you had last season the Vikings with Sam Darnold. I don't know what to do with them. But DeAndre Swift, by the way, just talking about the Bears, he is one of those guys that it was the secondary guy. And, hey, he's a smaller guy, can't really be a lead back. And who would have thought these years later, lead back in Chicago? I know they like the other guy, Monangai.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like him too. And maybe there's going to be a changing of the guard. But just to take a chance on him as RB1, DeAndre Swift, I appreciate it. What is this, his third, fourth team? He was on the Lions and the Eagles, now the Bears.
The only thing I think about with Swift now is just like, if you're the GM of the Chiefs, you just got to find a way.
Literally.
Just put him in a number 13.
We're still running out Kareem Hunt and Pacheco. We're still doing that.
But also, Swift jerseys in Kansas City.
I see what you're saying.
They gotta just find it.
Yeah. Sorry, Brayshard Smith.
2 birds with 1 stone, right? You could get 1 million jerseys sold, and you can fill your running back position because Pacheco is cooked.
What was it? That foot that he broke? He has not really been the same. 20-9. The Niners looked like the Niners of old, taking down the Panthers, who the Panthers had an opportunity to take the lead in the NFC South with Baker. They started 5-1, and now they're 5-5 or something like that.
6-6.
6-6. And they had an opportunity of the Panthers, but we all knew they weren't beating the Niners, right? I mean, Bryce Young, I saw Jair Brown was on the Speakeasy with Emmanuel Acho and basically said the Tua thing about Bryce Young. Bryce Young's really good at anticipated throws, so we knew he wasn't going to be able to get off. We knew once he got him off, which is what people – I don't know. Brock is weird because he does get off schedule, but sometimes he takes himself off schedule. But nobody was believing – I mean, I wasn't believing the Bryce Young thing. And Schmal and Miles, I mean, brother, just do the unders. Do them.
Help me out. How did Ricky Pearsall do yesterday?
Awful.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I got fried because – and George Kittle didn't even go crazy. He did have 78 yards, but George Kittle didn't go insane. But Ricky Pearsall, 1 catch for 2 yards. I want to ban him, but he's on my fantasy team, so I can't ban him. But I want to ban him. What's going on here?
He's got 2 yards of offense since coming back from injury. Maybe he's just still hurt. But
maybe.
To your point about the Panthers, though, this Panthers defense actually seems to be really good.
Yes, or Brock is.
Well, they've been doing it all year.
Yeah.
But the Panthers defense actually is good, or B, they actually could have won. But Brock gave them a bunch of chances to win that game.
No, and that's where we're at. Real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to Christian McCaffrey. I mean, 89. We knew it was going to be the Christian McCaffrey game because his connection to Carolina. 89 yards on the ground, 53 in the air. I mean, he's just incredible. And they don't even look like traditional checkdowns to me. They are, but they don't look like that, right? With Christian McCaffrey. So I wanted to make sure I gave him a shout out. But yeah, and actually Ricky had 6 yards. He had 2 yards rushing. He has a 6-yard catch. Okay. And then, by the way, and then I want to get to Brock Purdy. Then Ricky, did you see this? Ricky got asked about Christian McCaffrey's workload. Ricky went on to say, I'm sure, getting 30 touches a game. Ricky went on to say, I'm sure Christian McCaffrey actually loves it. Heck, I love to get that many touches. So what do we have here? The next in a long line of disgruntled wide receivers for the Niners. Ricky Pearsall, who cannot stay on the field. When I say that, I am not talking about the tragedy when he got shot. But Ricky Pearsall, who struggles to stay on the field, is saying he wishes he would get as many touches as Christian McCaffrey. It's these little things that these Gen Zers say, Kyle, that they drop. It's like Inception. They just drop a little idea. Now, keep an eye on that 2-3 years later when Ricky Pearsall is complaining about targets.
Well, I've got good news for Ricky Pearsall because Brandon Ayuk's never going to play for the Niners again. Jawan Jennings is never going to play for them again after this year.
And George Kittle's 35, but they just re-signed him.
But even still, hey, Pearsall, it's you and Kendrick Bourne next year.
Yeah,
so,
who they don't even offer on Prop Talk anymore.
Yeah, so Ricky, if you've ever wanted your Jackson Smith and Jigba run, congratulations. It's all you next year, buddy. It's you and Brock for the rest of lives.
I can't believe we had that conversation yesterday. Do we think the Niners believe Ricky could be their Jackson Smith and Jigba? And then he proceeded to catch the ball twice.
It's almost like they play him the same way, but he's just not.
Where I want to pay attention to what he's actually doing on the field. Is he running routes? What's going on?
I will say, J.C. Horn's really good. He was bracketing him most of the game, but
he had 4 targets, Ricky did.
Yeah, but again, he's going to get if Ayuk's never coming back, so you're going to get guarded by the best corners in the league.
Literally. So with all that being said, Brock Purdy, we've talked about it before. We're going to talk about it right now. He's dealing with 2 personalities, okay? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and there is the Brock Star and Mr. Irrelevant. And yesterday, Brock went full Brock Star. I mean, what are you doing, brother? And that's why, to me, Bryce Young has to be out the league. Because 3 interceptions and you put up 9 points. 3, that interception in the end zone from Bryce, you're claiming, what does he claim, 6 foot? Whatever he claims.
About 5'11".
You don't run. You don't have, what is it that you do well?
Yeah.
What is the difference? Can somebody explain the difference? You know, my buddy told me this. He said his dad had a saying. He said, squirrels have fluffy tails and rats don't, right? But squirrels are just rats with better PR. That's what my buddy said his dad would say about rodents, because, you know, you see a rat and you think, oh, they're disgusting. You see a squirrel, you say, oh, there's a little fluffy squirrel. Can somebody tell me the difference between Bryce Young and Brock Purdy? Can someone do that for me?
It seems like Bryce Young is slowly becoming Kyler Murray, who doesn't run.
He never ran, though.
But he should.
Kyler has arguably Olympic speed.
Yeah, but Bryce should run more.
He had to run a little bit last night. Schmallen should have taken that instead of thinking Ted McMillan was going to hit the over, or Jalen Coker actually did. Who are these people? Who are these people?
You know, I know we got to go to break, but I saw Brock has, like, on passes 20-plus yards, 1 touchdown, and 6 picks this year.
Yeah.
I'm like...
I don't know. Brock is better than Bryce Young by far to me. But Bryce Young, I don't know what Carolina, you know what they're going to do? They're going to be on the market. We brought up Kyler Murray for enter NFC South team. The Falcons might just say, let's take another one. Let's just spend all of our money on quarterbacks. But Brock, I'm telling you, brother, if you do that against a non-fraudulent team, it's going to be bad news bears for you.
Can I call my shot right now?
Sure.
Carolina Panthers, 1 year, call it $15 million contract for Geno Smith.
Oh, please. But I mean, Geno's got another year, though.
No guaranteed money.
Please.
If they trade him, no guarantee.
Yeah, that's because Fernando Mendoza will be in Las Vegas.
That's the perfect, like, guy waiting in the wing to take over.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Jones and Richardson, Geno Smith to Bryce Young.
How about Geno? Yeah, just can't get rid of him. Just can't get rid of him. All right. Kayla Anderson and Whitey Gleason join us on the other side to close out an outstanding show. And the last midday show with me, at the very least, the last one before Thanksgiving. Allen Stiles, Sacktown Sports.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton & Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Cameron, I just think we need to, see other people.
Are you trading me in?
No. A trade-in is what I'm getting from Kitchen Mart.
A trade-in?
Right now, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 credit when you trade in your old kitchen countertops for something worth showing off, like granite, marble, or solid surface.
I'm not worth showing off?
Not like the stunning new quartz countertops Kitchen Mart just installed for Karen and Tom. Durable, easy cleanup, made their kitchen look brand new. And Kitchen Mart gave them a $750 trade-in credit to haul off their ugly old tile and grout countertop.
You're dumping me.
That's harsh. You want me to wait till I get the new countertops from Kitchen Mart?
At least hold off till Wednesday. I'm seeing Susan.
Susan!
Now's the perfect time to trade up to beautiful new quartz, granite, marble, or solid surface countertops. Because for a limited time, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 trade-in credit for your old countertops. Go to kitchenmart.com today and schedule a free in-home consultation and save $750 off new countertops.
No one does it better than KitchenMart.com.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
Allen Stiles
You can join the show by texting 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Well. It has been confirmed. It will be long-time, Whitey, you could probably speak to it better, long-time radio voice in Northern California, John Lund, will be on the Allen Stiles Show tomorrow. I will be on with Whitey Gleason tomorrow. Our first show together in 3 years here at the station.
Yeah, you'd have to ask her because I'm not talking to you.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Can someone tell me the difference between Bryce Young and Brock Purdy? I'm not talking.
No. That was not to bag on Bryce. Excuse me, that was not to bag on Brock. That was to bag on Bryce because Bryce went first. So with Trey Lance, the whole thing was how he projected, his ceiling. That's what we kept hearing. He's big. He has a cannon. He can run a little bit. It was not about, I was not bagging on Brock. I was bagging on why in the world. Bryce didn't even run the 40. Yeah, Bryce didn't run the 40.
But then what was that all about? What's the difference between a squirrel and a rat?
That's what I'm saying.
Who's the squirrel and who's the rat, Alan?
Bryce is the squirrel because he went to Bama, and I think they won a championship, and he had the good PR.
Yeah, but they always knew he was undersized, and there were a lot of red flags.
I don't know what.
For the record, she's the one that brought up undersized. I did not go there.
I brought it up because he's not just. It's not even he's like 160 pounds.
And he's never gained any. Like he hasn't even changed his body since he's been there.
Remember what was it a couple years ago when they would bring in Andy Dalton for 4th and 1? Like That's insane.
I mean, they brought him in at some point because they benched Bryce.
Yeah, that's insane. So, I mean, that was the easiest cheese of the night, betting against the Panthers. I don't know if it was easy cheese betting against the Timberwolves. I don't think anybody saw that coming. No. Rudy Gobert, big squad coming in and losing to the Sacramento Kings. Oh, my goodness. Chris said this when he was on. It was kind of as much as we were happy that the Kings won, it's kind of a bad look for Chris Finch and the Timberwolves. Just not that they lost to the Kings, but the process in which they lost.
I'm talking to you again now. 2 games in a row where they just didn't finish.
Yeah. So back-to-back bad losses for the Timberwolves, but it ain't about them. It's about the Kings.
And it's about you and me, and you're right. Yeah, tomorrow it's you and me.
Oh, yeah. We're bringing all the way back.
Appointment radio right there.
Third or no, we were like doing afternoons.
I know we were
in a major market for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I know we were. I know. I said on the air we had not here. We had one of the most unique shows ever. After
there had been some to be in the Bay, Kayla.
There had been some big changes.
Yeah.
Yes, dismissals.
Okay,
and we were the ones to do that show.
Okay,
and the listeners were incredibly confused. And then we would look out the window and they were like, "Don't say anything." And everyone's like, "Hey, where's so-and-so?"
So weird.
And White and I are just saying, "Yeah, how about Draymond, that punch, huh?"
Don't take any calls. We don't want to have
exactly.
Yeah.
So awkward.
So Trey Lance, huh? Danny Gray. So tomorrow will be a lot of fun. Kayla Anderson joins us. And Kayla, I know that you're watching this Bryce Young situation and the Niners.
So closely, Allen.
And are we believing what we're seeing from the Niners? I mean, Brock, 3 picks.
Don't get me started on what happened with him.
And he kept saying, I wasn't driving. Did you hear that? I wasn't driving the football. I wasn't driving the football. Good decisions. I just didn't drive the football.
You were late. You kept throwing it over the middle late.
Yeah.
And if J.C. Horn wouldn't have gotten injured, you would have probably had 2 more picks.
Yeah.
And you screwed up my fantasy win because I lost by 2. Because I put you in over Baker Mayfield, which still I would have lost because
you were
he got
cooked
hurt.
either way.
Nothing she could do.
Wow.
So I was like, did Brock get negative points? Were you winning going into?
No, it wasn't negative, but it was not even nearly
close
enough.
to the projection. Yeah, what a weird game. I think even the most Homer Niner fans, and not all the Niner media because there's some homers, but a lot of people aren't feeling good about that one. And it was 20-9.
Yeah.
But it really was just an indictment on the Panthers being frauds versus, hey, this is because normally, a win's a win. And I do think that's the overarching feeling. But that was the ugliest of ugly. And I'm sure they covered. I'm assuming they covered. That is the ugliest cover win.
And then the other aspect of that is I know a lot of us had said that last night we thought that it might be kind of not a great atmosphere at the Gold One Center.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes.
But I saw Shasky, our buddy, was saying that at Levi's it's dead out here.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Dead out there.
Yeah, what
So
they
it was
kept
opposite.
saying, is it was a weird game.
Okay.
It was a
makes sense.
very weird game. So the Niners get it done, and they're in the midst of their easier stretch, which is when you want Brock, I guess, figuring out how to throw with his toe. Now they get the Browns next, and Myles Garrett and Shador
But dude,
Sanders.
I'm happy for the guy. I'm truly happy for Shador.
When he talks that way, I have to back away.
You're getting it tomorrow.
But I want to say
Hey,
this.
now.
Do not disrespect to the Browns to the point where you're going to the Browns. The weather is the weather there. The Browns defense is nothing to bat an eye on.
I hear you. He just threw 3 picks. Who's better?
That's what I'm worried about.
Rat or a squirrel? Who's better, Bryce Young or Shador?
Well, Bryce Young.
Let's not go that far.
I'm just saying.
He's had one full body
He
sample
gave
size.
3 picks, and Bryce put up 9 points. Can he play any worse than that?
What happened to Brock last time he played there? You remember?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
I know
that's
the
what
hands. What's the weather going to be?
I'm telling you, it makes me nervous.
Is it really?
Raining and crazy wind.
I don't like it. I don't like that. I'm telling you, that defense for the Browns are going to cook something up for Mr. Purdy.
Why are you so happy about that?
I love.
Because he's a Shador guy.
This is football weather.
Yeah?
It is.
This is football weather.
Even
This is
here.
a tundra. We're in the tundra. It is time for Shador taking on the Niners. Oh, my goodness. What's coming up on the show today?
Oh, we're going to go over we may have to start early. I don't know if we'll have time to finish all 42 starting quarterbacks for the Browns since they came back into the NFL in 1999.
It will take 4 hours.
See if we can fit it in. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Titans after the Browns, and they're terrible. This is such an easy
I
stretch.
gotta try to get down
Titans
there.
right there.
What's up with Cam Ward? He just likes getting sacked?
It's not Cam Ward's fault. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mark my word. Mark it this day, the time. He's going to be good in this league. You got to get the man some help.
Sure.
They're a disaster.
Yeah, who's their number one wide receiver? Who they still running out there?
Calvin Ridley. He's been hurt the whole year.
Is it Westbrook-Akina?
No, he's over with Miami now.
Right.
Who do they have?
They've got Alec Iomanner, the Stanford kid. They have Tajay Spears. They have
the one that was with the Cowboys. What's his name? The running back?
Pollard.
Pollard.
These aren't receivers.
But he's not been good either. I mean, it's just been a disaster.
They threw a little scare in your Seahawks. Not really.
They did.
Not really. Close.
Chimere Dike, though. Look out for that name. He's going to be, I think he's going to be real good at
Take
this
the
league.
under.
Yeah.
Because the Niners are going to shut that down.
They will.
One game at a time, Alan.
One game at a time.
They will.
They got the Browns and Jerry
One
Jeudy
show at a time.
next, and Myles Garrett. And that's right. Whitey and I tomorrow. But first, Whitey Gleason, Kayla Anderson, and Ramsey. The Drive
man
guys.
With 3 favorite teams, Ramsey.
He might have added
it's
a couple.
more than 3. It's more than 3. They got you coming up next. Kyle, thank you so much, man. Enjoy your time.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
In Chi-Town. I know you're
will.
going to get your turkey, but get that Italian beef sandwich. I'll talk to you on Monday, my guys. Safe travels. And thanks to all my middayers. We will talk to you on Monday. Until then, thanks to Chris and Brendan Nunez as well. Chris Watkins, Brendan Nunez. Until then, secure the bag. Light the beam.
Light the beam. Don't forget my podcast.
Dude says it's okay to enjoy a win. And dude says that we still understand what the larger plan is. That's why dude can enjoy this win. Dude ain't unrealistic.
Don't forget my podcast.
Gotta go.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his